This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Breaking news, one and done in New England for Stephon Deggs. The Patriots will release the veteran receiver who was part of their Super Bowl run when the new league year starts. His cap hit would have been $26 million. The move currently leaves quarterback Drake May without a wide receiver one. The Chiefs parting ways with one of their best defensive players while the Rams fill a top need. Teams agreed to a trade. Cornerback Trent McDuffie to L.A. for a package of picks, including a first-rounder this year. Trading McDuffie, part of a KC trend, explains our Harry Douglas.
They don't pay their secondary guys because they believe, number one, in their infrastructure and their coaching staffs to develop these players that they may bring into their organization when you talk about the secondary. Number two, they also say that we can get a boatload of picks and we can fill out our roster with young guys and don't worry about having to pay those players for another 3 or 4 years.
For the first time, player availability reports will be implemented for this year's NCAA men's and women's basketball tournaments. Financial penalties will be imposed on schools that violate the new policy.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen. Coming up Thursday, we are days away from the QB carousel beginning to spin. I'll tell you which landing spot QBs should avoid. It's on Sportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
That's right.
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood, Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, Matt!
Shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
You so. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Oh, by the way, it's a hump day. Tiger basketball loses again.
It's hump day.
Whatever.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Baseball plays UL Lafayette.
Hump day.
Matt Deggs here in about 15 minutes.
It's hump day.
He coaches the Cajuns.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Mississippi is trying to make NIL payments tax exempt.
Hump day.
Should Louisiana do the same thing?
It's hump day.
State Rep Dixon McMakin here next hour.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Stephen A. and the Pelicans are beefing.
Hump day.
Taylor Calandro's talking booze.
It's hump day.
More evidence that Ed Ingram could be a good choice for the Saints.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Saying.
Hump day.
Not saying.
It's hump day.
Just saying.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
New member of the Board of Supervisors.
Hump day.
Ties to McNeese.
It's hump day.
Not saying.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Just saying.
Hump day.
All right. A lot to do. Here we go. Let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
As I mentioned, UL Lafayette Cajuns coach Matt Deggs will be here a little more than 10 minutes from right now. Tigers and Cajuns tonight, 6 o'clock from Teague Moore. Should be a great environment over there. It's sold out, has been for a hot minute. LSU looking to get back on track while the Cajuns lost their first 2 of the season, have won 9 of 10 since, including a sweep of Maryland out of the Big Ten. So it's a good team over there, man, with Cajuns, and there'll be 6,000 at least strong there at Teague Moore today. Beautiful park since they've done the renovation, and love getting on the road. LSU's first true road game of the year. They played the neutral site at the Jacks Classic. but good opportunity for LSU tonight to go on the road. Hopefully Monday was a wake-up call and see if they can go play some inspired baseball and get on track for this final weekend prior to conference play. When Jay Johnson, after LSU lost to Northeastern, Jay Johnson did kind of talk about, it was really expansive, which is not something he often does. Doesn't usually give very long answers in press conferences, but this one was, which generally tells you like he had a lot to say when he was talking about what's important for this team right now.
Having a very competitive mindset about what we're doing and playing with character and not, losing yourself in the midst of competition or struggle or difficulty, because it's inevitable in the course of a baseball game. Learning how to have the correct response to just be able to focus on what we need to do. And the guys that, pitch the most, and I'll just use that as an example, like the competitive character of Evans, Guidry, Moore, it's evolving, and Schmidt with great talent. It's like there's a reason they're the best guys on the staff right now. And it has a lot to do with mindset, like Steven's the best defensive shortstop in the country, you know what I mean? And that has everything to do with he believes that he's the best defensive shortstop in the country. So not everybody shows up at this juncture exactly that way. It's our job, as coaches to help them, get to the right mindset and to the right execution. And we'll keep going on that.
Sounded like a guy that wasn't talking to the media in that answer. He's probably talking to his team that just laid down from a team against a team from the Colonial. And toughest task of the year so far. Maybe at the end of the year we won't look back and say that UL Lafayette is the best team LSU have played up into this point. But maybe. But the toughest game to go on the road to a place that's going to be a hornet's nest. You better show up ready to play. You get embarrassed again. So Tigers and the Cajuns tonight, 6 o'clock. Matt Deggs will be here in 10 minutes. We'll look forward to that conversation. Tiger basketball, they tipped off at 9 o'clock last night. God bless Hunt Palmer. He stayed up. He did write the game story. Now, technically, it's his job. Like, we do pay him as the LSU writer for LouisianaSports.net. But got pinged with that game story in the LouisianaSports.net group chat last night. I don't know, about 11:15, 11:30, whatever time it was. I can go back and find it exactly. It was 11:12 p.m. Hunt dropped that little nugget. So God bless him for staying up to watch LSU lose again. Matt McMahon after the loss to Auburn.
When we executed offensively and the ball moved, I thought we played with efficiency there. You come on the road and shoot 55% from the floor and 47 from three, 73 at the line. You would hope that would be good enough to win. But then the 10 first half turnovers, really hurt us, led to some transition threes that they hit. And then in the second half, to your point, although the rebounding was even for the game, I thought those offensive rebounds they got to start the second half, they got 7 of them the second half that led to 11 points. And I thought those were the two differentiating factors in the game.
LSU is an atrocious defensive team. They allow nearly 78 points a game. So what defines LSU? They're really bad on defense and most of the time not good enough on offense. That's how you sit here at 3-14 in conference play with 1 game to go. So they'll lose to Texas A&M on Saturday, and it'll be a 5 o'clock game at home. They'll wrap up the regular season, and they'll go 3-15 in the conference. They'll finish last or tied for last in the SEC with South Carolina. And then they'll go to the SEC tournament, lose hopefully their first game there, and pack it up and decide what the rest of the season or what the offseason will be, what the future of the program will be. And, if we're being very honest, it's all really boils down to watching one name, and it's Will Wade. And the interesting thing is, I think there are a lot, there are a lot of people that were maybe not wanting those whispers to become screams. When there was a stretch in the season when NC State won 6 straight league games. And people close to LSU that maybe are hopeful they can lure Will Wade back to Baton Rouge. Whether you agree with that objective or not, there are people, like we've talked about it, there are people that want that. The governor wants that. The chairman of the board of supervisors, Lee Mallett, wants that. The president of the university, Wade Roos, came from McNeese, loves Will Wade, wants that. There are very influential people that want that. I think their fear was if those whispers got too loud here to where they started to hear them in Raleigh and it became more of a roar, that they may be moved at NC State to extend Will Wade. Well, that was amid a 6-game winning streak. Well, now The Wolfpack have lost 5 of 6 and have had some embarrassing losses. They were embarrassed by Louisville, lost a close game against Miami. They were embarrassed by Virginia. They blew a lead against Notre Dame and lost in overtime, a bad Notre Dame team, by the way. And then they got absolutely pummeled by Duke last night by 29. Maybe you start to look around and go, would NC State be super bummed if Will Wade left after a year? I don't know the answer to that. I don't cover NC State. What I know is the feeling among a lot of people, powerful people, decision makers around LSU want Will Wade. And if they can get him, I think they're going to make that play to get him. If they can't, I think they run it back with Matt McMahon. And the reason is simple. I'm just editorializing here. I'm not telling you something I know. I'm giving you somewhat of an educated opinion here. But we've talked about people who, Verge Osbury has been non-committal. We told you last week one of LSU's, the single biggest corporate partner that LSU has, FMOL, and Our Lady of the Lake, E.J. Kuiper, endorsed Matt McMahon coming back. I mean, there's a financial component to this, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, is real. And I don't know that there's a single coach in the country that would take the LSU job that would get the fan base excited, realistically, right? Like you're not hiring Bill Self. So the only realistic option that would get people excited would be bringing Will Wade back. And if they can do that, I think they will. And if not, I think they run it back with Matt McMahon. But getting closer to finding out. One more game left in the regular season, then the SEC tournament. All right, it's after further review. Show Open Every Day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR, the official beer of your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hey, look, if you're going to be watching LSU and the Cajuns tonight, make sure you do so while drinking plenty of delicious ice-cold Bud Light. Maybe you're not heading over to Lafayette for the game. You're going to be watching it at home, back patio, at a sports bar around town. Make sure you drink plenty of delicious ice-cold Bud Light. Stock your fridge, or if you're going to be out at your favorite restaurant or watering hole, ask for it by name, the official beer of your Fighting Tigers of LSU, Bud Light. Remember, they do have the commemorative 16-ounce aluminum cans with the national championship logo honoring the 2025 LSU Tigers, the national champs. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR. All right, it is after further review. We'll knock out a quick break. We'll go around the SEC bottom of this hour. Devastating loss for the South Carolina football team. They've lost a starter for the entire 2026 season. They haven't even gone into spring yet. So we'll talk about that coming up when we go around the SEC in about 15 minutes from right now. We'll knock out a break. When we come back, we will head over to Lafayette. Head coach of the Cajuns, Matt Deggs, in his 7th year. He'll jump aboard with us here just a few hours for LSU and UL Lafayette throughout the ball. We'll do that next on AFR.
AFR.
Let's Rev, R-E-V. Let'sRev.com, Let'sRev.com. R-E-V, Let'sRev.com. 70,000 Louisiana home and business owners trust Rev. Home automation, high-speed internet, all of your key operating systems, cable, phone, they can do it all, and you get local service. Local service, lightning fast speeds up to 5 gigs, great pricing. Told you we just switched everything. Phone, cable, internet, switched all of it to Rev. And we got fiber in our neighborhood from Rev. Switched all of it to Rev. And we're paying about half of what we were with our previous provider. So we saved a ton of money every month too. REV, Let'sRev.com. By the way, that's not some introductory price where they get you in low and then they jack it up. The price is the price. The rate is the rate. It's Rev. So no matter where you are in South Louisiana, check them out, give them a call or log on to Let'sRev.com, Let'sRev.com, REV, Let'sRev.com.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. Earned by showing up, putting in the work, the hours that nobody sees. I didn't get here on my own. I trust my coaches to lead, my teammates to step up, and when the game is on the line, Our Lady of the Lake to keep me healthy and on the court. Because it takes a champion to care for a champion. I trust the Lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. No, the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Tigers and Cajuns. Jay Johnson's crew, they'll hit the road for the first time this season, a true road game. They head to the Teague over in Lafayette. Looking forward to it in his 7th season at the head coach of the Cajuns. It is Matt Deggs joining us. Coach, we appreciate some time on game day. How are you?
Thanks a lot, Matty. I appreciate it. I'm doing great.
It's our pleasure. I know whenever we get these opportunities to see LSU and obviously the Cajuns play in a midweek or any time really, there's a lot of excitement around it. What's it been like this week for your fan base and around the program?
Well, yeah, you're exactly right. Ton of excitement. You know, they don't get over here a ton, and so certainly appreciate Jay doing that. And Jay does a good job of making sure he gets around to a lot of the other state schools, and I respect him for doing that. And it's a big deal for our fan base and players and everybody involved. And so it ought to be sold out. It's been sold out since last week, and I think tickets are going for a pretty high rate right now. And so it ought to, you know, the Teague, man, these Cajuns, they get rowdy now, so it ought to be a lot of fun.
Well, you know, LSU has been a standard in college baseball, but, you know, with what Coach Rowe built there in Lafayette, it's not like this is anything new for your squad. I mean, as a head coach there, you've been to regional play 3 times. So does this game, does it take on more importance from the potential for an at-large type berth? Like, is that something you consider when you play this game?
Well, I think more than anything, you just consider each game as opportunity, right? And some games or teams present a bigger opportunity for you down the road, and you certainly want to play well when you do get those opportunities. And so, yeah, it's a big opportunity, and so is going on the road to Dallas Baptist later in the week. And, so you'd love to see your ball club come out, and you can't predict the scoreboard, but you want to come out and give yourself a chance and play really good baseball. And, yeah, it does mean a lot to these fans. And there's, obviously this is a UL town, but there's plenty of LSU fans as well. And so, yeah, it has big meaning behind it, and I'm sure there's a ton of people excited to see what happens.
Yeah, and Matt Deggs is our guest. And you've really challenged your team here in the pre-conference, 9-3 after losing the first couple of games, won now 9 of the last 10. If you would, just maybe a thought, Coach, on how you put together this pre-conference schedule.
Well, Coach Tibb, my associate head coach, and Coach Fab, our chief of staff, they tag team that schedule, and I'd like to say I have something to do with it, but they know way more than I do when it comes to scheduling, and what they've done is put together another good gritty schedule that, look, for 14 weeks it's going to be like you're playing in the Sun Belt Conference or another team in a regional. There's not a break. And you better show up ready to get after it. If not, that you're going to get got. And we've seen that, a few times where we didn't play our best and dropped the ball game maybe we shouldn't have. And so you've got to be ready to roll every night. And it's a schedule that if you do mess around and take care of business, you're going to have an extremely good chance of getting a large bid.
Coach Tibb, of course, is Seth Thibodeau, is the longtime head coach there at Nichols. A good friend of the show, man. Tell him we said hello.
I sure will.
Appreciate that. We always wish him luck. All right, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the game tonight, talk about your team. I'll ask the obvious one. You know what you're going to do on the mound tonight?
Yeah, we're going to start Cody Brash, and generally he's our back-end piece, but just because of the way the 5-game week fell and we were able to get by a couple of those games without using him, I think he's our best available arm to start and hopefully get us off to a good start, which is so important when you're playing a team the caliber of LSU. I mean, there's a handful of teams that probably are at their caliber when you look at the entire roster and the arms and the position guys as well. And so what you don't want to do against a team like that is put yourself behind the 8-ball. And I think Cody will give us a chance to get off to a good start.
When you prepare for a game like this, and obviously at this moment, Jay has announced his starter. Does it matter? How do you prepare your offense when you're not exactly sure what you're going to see?
Well, it's we've got to come out and do what we do, and that is get a good pitch to hit, find a barrel, hopefully reach base, move runners, and find ways to either drive them in from third with less than 2 or come up with a big 2-out knock. And if we get a chance and the game dictates it, maybe we can use our legs and use our speed a little bit. We can really run. We're not going to hit a ton of balls out of the ballpark, and our ballpark favors the pitcher anyway, but we can really run and create some offense, but we're going to have to be able to get guys on base to do it.
I know I want to ask you about one player in particular that I know our audience will be interested in. Hadn't played a ton yet this year, but I'm curious how he's doing. Trip Dobson is from Baton Rouge. His dad, of course, was a longtime LSU associate softball coach there with Beth Tarina. I'm just curious how Trip's doing so far.
Yeah, Trip's an incredible kid, comes from a great family, extremely hard worker. And unfortunately, a year ago, he blew his knee up. And so he missed pretty much the entire year. And the rehab process was a long one, and he didn't get fully cleared until just about spring training started. And so he's been in a few games, and I expect to see a lot more of him.
Matt Deggs for a couple more minutes here. If you were to with a couple weeks here before the start of conference play, if you were to classify what you think maybe has been a pleasant surprise for your team, something you weren't sure about in the preseason work going in that maybe has been a pleasant surprise for you, what would you say?
Well, I thought we'd be built around some good pitching and really solid defense. And our pitching has proven, and Coach Sandy has done an amazing job with those arms, and Coach Tibb and Coach LaFleur and Coach Ray and Jimmy and all those guys with the defense. And I don't say it's a surprise, but, holding opponents to a 212 batting average or something around there and fielding 980 plus as a ball club, I mean, that sure is nice to see.
If you flip it, Coach, something you like your team to work on and improve before you start conference play?
I think just having a better approach at the plate, 1 through 9, and being able to sustain innings a little bit better or sustain run output during a game. And what I mean by that is, we may score early and then drop off for 2 or 3 innings and then try to make a push late. Sometimes you can get too reliant on that pitching, and I'd like to see us get a little more aggressive and tighten up our approach a little bit at the dish.
Coach, capacity at the Teague is officially listed, I see, as 6,033. We going to set an attendance record tonight?
This is Lafayette, bro.
Let's go.
The attendance capacity is whatever they want it to be.
Yeah, man. I was looking it up, man. The all-time record, I don't even know if you know this, but there was a game in April 6th of 94 when LSU came to town. 75-83 was the record.
I believe it. I believe it.
We got to break that tonight, man. We got to break that.
We hosted in 14 last time I coached here. We hosted Ole Miss in a super regional.
Yeah.
And I bet there was 10,000 people in the parking lot. I mean, that's the real number they ought to count.
No kidding, man. Like, can we get a head count? Can we do like a drone shot and get the crowd estimates? How good they are at that?
Yeah.
Just get them all paying attendance, man. A little standing room fee, something like that, man. These bats aren't going to pay for themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Deggs, head coach of the Cajuns. It's UL, LSU tonight from the Teague. It should be a lot of fun. Coach, good luck. We always appreciate some time. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Matty.
Always appreciate our friends at Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Fond of saying trust isn't given, it's earned. Just like LSU Baseball earns its success pitch by pitch, inning by inning, FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake providers earn trust every day. As LSU's championship health partner, Our Lady of the Lake cares for the defending national champions, keeping the Tigers healthy, strong, ready to perform all season long. From the bullpen to the batter's box, the training room to the classroom, LSU baseball athletes trust the Lake to help them recover, perform, and stay at their best. And it's not just for athletes. From sports medicine to pediatrics, heart care to recovery from everyday injuries. Our Lady of the Lake brings championship-level care to families across Louisiana. Trust the team that cares for the team you love. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU, ololrmc.com/LSU. All right, y'all, it is After Further Review. We're glad to have you hanging out with us here. Hump Day Show is brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. In about 45 minutes, Representative Dixon McMakin is going to join us. And you probably saw the story earlier this week where the Mississippi State House of not Mississippi State Bulldogs, the state of Mississippi's House of Representatives has passed a bill that would allow NIL earnings to be tax exempt for student athletes. Caused a lot of conversation nationally. Well, Dixon authored a similar bill in the Louisiana legislature last year. It gained no traction. Well, I did some digging today, got a lot of the specifics on that. We have a write-up on it over at louisianasports.net. And we're going to bring Dixon on because I want to talk a little bit about it if he's planning on authoring that bill again, his reaction to Mississippi, why he authored it, if it makes sense competitively, what some of the reaction was from coaches, his fellow legislators, etc. So we'll do that coming up here in just a little bit. All right, it is After Further Review. Taylor Calandro, Bourbon Dictionary in 15 minutes. We'll knock out a break and go around the SEC. Stick around here at AFR.
After Further Review.
Glow Resources, GLO, glowresources.com. They are complete employer solutions over at Glow Resources. Check them out online, glowresources.com, glowresources.com. Or, of course, you can always give them a shout at Glow Resources. Most importantly, what we're talking about, though, with Glow Resources is for those of you that are business owners. If you are thinking or looking to hire and you need to fill that hard-to-find job, right? The one that's making your business sort of lack productivity. Well, at Glow Resources, that's what they excel in. That's their expertise. That's what they've been doing for decades now. Is helping you find the right people to fill those jobs to make your business the most efficient and productive it can be and profitable it can be. Check them out online to start that process today at GLO, glowresources.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith Sean Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Another member of the LSU Board of Supervisors has turned over. Governor Landry on his Twitter X account noted that he had received Glenn Armenter's letter of resignation from the LSU Board of Supervisors, noting, "I respect his desire to devote his full attention to his law practice. I thank Glenn for his commitment to LSU and his service of our state. Sharon and I wish him and Dana the best in the future." So that was a day ago at 9:43 a.m. that the governor noted that that Glenn Armentor was resigning, saying he wants to focus on his legal practice. I know that the tendency, the cynical tendency, is to assume that he was dismissed or removed, although his tenure wasn't set to expire until May of next year. But actually, I believe it was May of 28. But he was appointed by the former governor, John Bell Edwards. I don't know that it's necessary to spread someone's personal business to whatever extent they want, but my understanding is that maybe there were some health considerations for Glenn Armenter, and wish him the absolute best. As a matter of fact, I mean, the public minutes of the board meetings, you can see that there were times where he was absent. So I think this was when talking to people close to that situation, I think this was expected that Glenn Armenter would resign, would step down. And obviously for every governor, it is his or her duty to appoint members to the Board of Supervisors. So this is very common. You'll have board members term off, and then the governor, the sitting governor, has the opportunity to appoint board members. So just like Governor Landry here recently, when Scott Ballard moved out of the chair seat, promoted Lee Mallett to the chairman of the board. Now Governor Landry today here on Wednesday has announced that John Kondos has been added to the LSU Board of Supervisors, noting John's a graduate of McNeese, holds a doctorate in business administration, served for a decade on the Board of Supervisors for the UL system, and was previously an associate professor at McNeese, noting John is a proven leader with experience and vision to help take LSU to the next level. Louisiana deserves the very best. That's exactly what we are putting in place. You also have a guy with deep ties to Southwest Louisiana and McNeese. And if you go back to what we were talking about at the start of the show, University president Wade Roos comes to LSU from McNeese. Now, John Condos, who is a graduate of McNeese, now on the LSU board, you can start to piece things together. And listen, board appointments largely are favors to benefactors. By and large, board members these are ceremonial seats. I don't know that the board truly wields supreme executive power. They're largely there to rubber stamp what is put before them. It's not to say there aren't times where they don't make important decisions, but by and large, it's a ceremonial body. And you have power brokers within the state that make decisions and push them through the board. And sometimes you have very influential people who sit on the board that then have that authority or autonomy to do so. So, but we have in this state presently a very influential governor who is aggressive with things that he wants done, not only in the public, in the public and private sectors, but in academia as well as it relates to LSU. And we could talk about some of them that I think have been not very successful, some that have been successful. So the more Jeff Landry lines and aligns the board with his appointees and people who are aligned with him in his vision, the more likely you are to see things that he wants done pushed through. The man that he chose, obviously, is his hand-picked choice for president of the LSU system. Now the chairman of the board is someone who he promoted and now has appointed John Condos to the board. So you can see a lot of those things falling in place. Hopefully it's for the good of the university, of my alma mater, and a place that a lot of people in the state love. So wish John Condos the best there, joining the LSU Board of Supervisors. And I just have a strong suspicion that the governor he's got a vision of what he wants achieved and what people will need to be where on the chessboard to get those things achieved. And you can see he's moving things in place. And generally speaking, then it's not long until something comes of that. What is that thing? I don't know, but I have a sneaking suspicion the power play they're trying to put in place is involving the basketball coach. The guy who used to be here, then was at McNeese, and is currently in Raleigh. So we'll see. All right, it's after further review. By the way, you know what? Let me just put this out there out loud because I want to get your feedback. Let me play a hypothetical. If LSU were to fire Matt McMahon and rehire Will Wade, would you be in favor of that? Maybe we'll end up doing a freak jury today on that. But email me or tweet me or text me. Maybe do a poll. You just do a poll. Would you be in favor of LSU rehiring Will Wade? Yes or no? It's that simple. I think I know the answer. I've produced content for this audience every day at scale for 20 years. I feel like I know. I feel like I have a really good finger on the pulse. And I think that's singularly like the one this is my opinion. I think that's singularly like the one thing, the one hire that LSU could make that would energize the basketball fan base. I legitimately, Matt McMahon returning will not bring any juice to the program. We all know that. That's a non-starter. I don't know that there is a single that anybody else they hire would inject any type of juice into this program. Genuinely. You're not going to go hire another mid-major that's going to get people really excited. So I think people would be fired up if Will Wade came back. I think. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. I'm curious. That's not rhetorical. Let me know. I would love to know your feedback. Email me, tweet me, text me. You can text 225-396-4400, 396-4400. We're brought to you by Arco Power Systems, ARCCO, arco.com, arco.com, arco.com. When the power goes out, what do? Well, at your home, hopefully, you have a home standby generator. What about your business? That's where Arco Power Systems comes in. Industrial Generac generator power. These are standby generators for your business. Also, you got a festival going on. You need to power lights and the portable bathrooms and all that sort of stuff. These portable generators, Arco can lease you those generators as well for those festivals you have going on. Arco.com, ARCCO, arco.com, arco.com. Y'all, everything's turnkey. They can sell, service, install, rent you that industrial Generac generator. So when the power goes out, this is energy for your business. Critical systems can't afford to go offline when a storm comes. That's where Arco comes in. ARCCO, arco.com, arco.com. Okay, do it every day about this time. Let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks.
This is a devastating loss for Shane Beamer's squad. Starting left tackle Josiah Thompson is going to miss the entire 2026 season. 2-year starter, entered the transfer portal, only to return to the Gamecocks. He's going to have surgery now and miss the season. Beamer only said that it was a lower body injury. I think we could probably speculate on what it is. So this comes on the heels of an injury to newcomer tackle transfer Jacarius Peak, who injured his knee just a few weeks ago. But Josiah Thompson, South Carolina's 2-year starting left tackle, out for the year.
The Florida Gators.
John Sumrall has revealed linebacker Miles Graham, who's Gators' leading tackler a year ago. He'll be limited this spring. He won't take part in any of the 11-on-11. Also, Dallas Wilson, who suffered a season-ending foot injury against Georgia last year. He had a flare-up during a workout last week. He's being held out of practice due to an abundance of caution.
The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Kalen DeBose has added 2 defensive analysts to his 2026 coaching staff, Michael Bradford and Jake Vang. Bradford comes from Baylor, where he'd been a quality control assistant. Vang was going to be the DC and linebackers coach at Central Washington. Instead, he'll join Alabama as an analyst.
The Oklahoma Sooners.
Oklahoma's landed a commitment for 2027. It's 4-star linebacker Cooper Witten. Last name sounds familiar. It should. He's the son of Jason Witten, who just joined Oklahoma staff as tight ends coach. Yes, the former All-Pro tight end, who's joining Brent Venable's staff. Witten, the number 25 overall player in the country for the class of 2027.
The Arkansas Razorbacks.
And LSU has company, Arkansas, getting in on the jersey patch game. They've announced their partnership with Tyson Foods, so the company logo will be featured on the school uniforms in 2026 and beyond. Roughly 90, according to Hunter Yurchek, roughly 90% of that revenue from the deal expected to flow directly through the NIL opportunities tied through the partnership. All right, there you have it. That is Around the SEC. We're presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. You want to feel your best? Yourgoodwood.com. You want to feel like your younger self? Yourgoodwood.com. Also, peptide therapy, which I tell you about all the time. Yes, they have HRT. Yes, they have ED treatment. Peptides as well. Amazing non-pharmaceutical options to help you maximize the way you feel, your productivity, healing, mental clarity, youthful feeling. Learn more at yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. All right, it's after further review. Glad to have you hanging out with us here. Yeah, by the way, there's Arkansas posted the video of their Tyson Foods patch, sort of a release video today, so it'll be on all the uniforms, much like LSU's Woodside Energy. I guess the thing with Tyson Foods is that their primary colors are red and white. There's some yellow in there as well. Arkansas's colors obviously are not yellow, but Tyson's yellow is on that jersey patch. So one of the things that, when Sarah Bairstow was here with us, the president of LNG Louisiana for Woodside Energy, she said one of their logo was red and white, and Woodside Energy decided to go with purple and white and gold to match the LSU uniform, and said hope that would be a trendsetter. But it goes to show you, those brands when they're paying what they're paying for those jersey patch deals, they're going to have a lot of say in what happens. And Tyson's not going completely with the Arkansas colors. There's a little yellow in there as well. But anyway, more to come, certainly. All right, it's after further review. Quick break, come back, do a little Bourbon Dictionary. Taylor Calandro will be here. Don't you move. It's AFR.
After further review.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You've been injured in an accident. It's not your fault. You know what to do. Do what injured people in our state have done for decades. Go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com, getgordon.com. Hey, remember, they practice so many different ways. Car accidents, big truck wrecks, personal injury, workers' comp, wrongful death, offshore accidents, so many different ways. And you can always go to the website and see different client results. I think they do an awesome job of posting there at the website real, actual client results and testimonials. So you could see if it's big or small, what type of results Gordon and his team have been able to handle. You click on truck accidents, for example, 13 million, 3.75 million, 3.5 million, 2.8, 1.975. So many different results that you could see exactly the types of cases they handle. So go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com. Great resource. You've been injured in an accident. You know what to do. Get Gordon and get it done.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiencies.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. They're the gang with the slang.
Keep it 100. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is Bourbon Dictionary with Matt Moscona and Taylor Calandro.
I don't understand.
All right, wrapping up hour number one. Taylor's here, talk a little booze. Yeah, man, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Matt?
I'm doing really well. Hey, I want to tell you, man, a shout out, a buddy of mine who works over at Jim Beam in Kentucky, gifted me a bottle, like their bowling pin style bottle of their 8-year whiskey. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, is it a new release though?
So apparently it's an old thing that was really popular, so they brought it back.
Yeah, okay. I thought they were re-releasing those. Yeah, they did them bowling pin decanters. Jim Beam has. If you ever go to Jim Beam, they have a room and it's incredible. If Jim Beam in Kentucky, they have a room full of decanters. It is a massive room full of decanters that they've done throughout the years. The bowling pins specifically, I can't remember when they did them, but they were very popular, and I think they were pretty hard to get to. But yeah, I heard they were coming back, and I didn't know what the specs were for the whiskey inside of it, but I heard they were coming back.
It's 8 year. I don't think I don't get the sense that this is necessarily the. I don't think you're necessarily cracking it open for the juice. I think it's which is good, but I don't think. I think it's more the collectible of the cool bowling pin style thing.
Yeah,
so I was blown away, man. It was really. I thought it was a cool gift.
I'm a huge decanter fan. I don't like to have booze around my house, like a lot of booze bottles everywhere. Like having a big bar with all kinds of bottles doesn't really do it for me. But I love like weird decanters and stuff, and that's what we have in the house. And my wife hates it, but but that's what we have. And a bunch of them are older Jim Beam decanters. They're probably full of lead, but anyway. That's my thing, man. I love those things. I'm gonna have to be on the lookout for that.
It's funny. My grandfather, shout out my gramps, who's 93. Same, like he had a giant bar at his house in New Orleans, and he has all these old decanters. Like it's kind of like we were talking just from that era. He's got one it's a decanter. It's the shape of the Superdome. It's like it's a super. I think it might be Beam actually, but it's a.
It is Beam.
Yeah.
There's one on display. I think they've actually done a couple Superdomes, or maybe a couple New Orleans ones. Definitely one Superdome. But it's on display at Jim Beam. I remember that.
Yeah.
When I was there, it's an old school thing that's kind of reviving, and I think they used to do it back then. It was probably in the 60s, 70s when it was really, really popular. 80s. Because they couldn't sell booze, so they put it all in fancy packaging. It wasn't just Jim Beam; it was everybody. I mean, they used to put Van Winkle in decanters.
So good.
So yeah.
Anyway, what else is new?
Tomorrow, I do believe, and actually last night I was at Mockler Beverage at a very high level event, emceed by Rep McMakin, who I heard is coming on next hour. He's just a wonderful, hilarious person.
I didn't get the invite, man. I'm a little bummed about that.
It was Ancient Athletes.
Yeah,
softball draft, man.
Got it.
It was definitely nothing important. Anyway, I tried Parrish's their new IPA that we're supposed to be getting tomorrow. It's like a West Coast style IPA. It's a 6%. It's called Gulf Coast IPA.
Okay.
And from what I heard, Andrew was making it to drink on the boat. It's nice. It's a crisp little West Coast style IPA. I mean, it's definitely got its Parish citrus bomb flavor to it, but it's got a nice crispness that I really like. And that's going to be in 12-ounce cans, 6-packs. I think it's going to be around $12. It's good. I had it last night. It's fantastic.
When are you going to connect us to where we do the Parish Construction and Roofing / Parish Brewing beer, the collab?
It's funny you say that. Were you the king of Mary Bird?
Grand Marshal. Yes.
The Grand Marshal. Jacob was supposed to be at that thing. I think he was, and he said he was going to walk up to you and talk to you about it.
Well, he did.
That was going to be an icebreaker, and I said, well, have at it, man. And I guess that didn't happen.
Nope, that didn't happen. But I'm ready. We're really ready to do a Parish Construction Roofing beer with Parish Brewing collab. That makes too much sense not to make this happen. Is there a better time than springtime to make this happen? I don't think so.
No, well, I'll talk to him again. I thought I led the horse to water, but maybe not. He's an interesting fella. So
I guess you'd have to be.
We'll get it figured out. Yeah, the beer industry.
All right. By the way, Sean said, ask Taylor, what do we drink when Will Wade comes back?
Man, if those rumors are true, I'm going to get the season tickets. That is insane to me. If there's any truth to that.
Well, it's not rumors. Like the governor of the state, the chairman of the board, the president of the university system, they all want this to happen. So there's enough power brokers in place to make this happen. It's just a matter of, can you actually put a deal together that makes sense for Will Wade to leave and all the finances and all the sort of stuff. Like if they can get all that in place, like it's not just a rumor. Like there's real interest. And I think there's mutual interest. Now, how deep does it go? I don't know. All right, I have 12 seconds.
We wouldn't be drinking beer. We'd be popping bottles, son. That would be the best.
I'm holding you to that. Thank you.
All right, man. See ya.
It's after further review. Hour 2 next.
AFR.
Brought by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New, certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge online, southpointvw.com, southpointvw.com. Check them out online at southpointvw.com. New, certified pre-owned. Hey, look, go to the website. If you're looking to drive a pre-owned vehicle. Great. At South Point Volkswagen, they sell more Volkswagens than anyone else. So they get more trade-ins. So if you go to the website, hit the used tab right there at the top, and then hit search inventory, you'll see all of the inventory. If it's on the lot, it's online, not just Volkswagens, but all different makes and models. Like there's a, go to the next page. Sorry. I'm looking at all the pre-owns. There's a 2024 Honda Accord, a Hyundai Palisade, a Subaru Outback. Check it out online. You'll see it yourself. southpointvw.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
I have no doubt that Our Lady of the Lake will keep me healthy. They make sure to do whatever they can in their power to make sure that we're 100%. They're constantly giving us resources, giving us advice on what to do. I think that just really helps us be the best players that we can be.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google, based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Lock Meredith Sean Fagan and Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
I'm Christine Lisi. Breaking news, legendary football coach Lou Holtz, who led Notre Dame to its last national championship in 1988, has died at the age of 89. The Patriots now need to find a new wide receiver one for Drake May. They'll release their most productive pass catcher from last season, receiver Stephon Diggs, at the start of the new league year. His cap hit would have been $26 million. The Chiefs, trading their second-best defensive player and stockpiling draft picks in the process, agreed to trade all-pro corner Trent McDuffie to the Rams for the 29th overall pick and 5th and 6th round picks in next month's draft and a 2027 third-rounder. ESPN's Field Yates.
If I'm Kansas City, one of the things goes right to the top of my mind as I sit at number 9 overall in this year's draft with a player in Jeremiah Love who would be a perfect fit for this Chiefs offense. I now have a bunch more ammo to start making calls to move further up the board. Could you get as high as number 3 with the Arizona Cardinals, number 4 with the Tennessee Titans?
Player availability reports will be implemented for this year's NCAA men's and women's basketball tournaments for the very first time.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen. Coming up Thursday, we are days away from the QB carousel beginning to spin. I'll tell you which landing spot QBs should avoid. It's on Sportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
That's right.
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
So. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Representative Dixon McMakin will be here in 15 minutes from right now. Curious, Dixon last year authored legislation that would have made NIL earnings for student athletes tax exempt. It didn't even get out of committee. Well, this week it's relevant again because Mississippi's House passed that legislation. It's still got to go to Senate and be signed into law, so it's not a law yet in Mississippi, but it's trending that way. Arkansas has a similar law. There's 3 states in the SEC with Texas, Tennessee, and Florida that have no state income tax. So if you're thinking about staying competitive, that's one way to do it and keep up with the Joneses. So we'll talk to Dixon about that coming up here in about a dozen minutes from right now. There's no secret when we start to look at the New Orleans Saints and their needs going into free agency and the draft. Wide receiver is at or near the top. You traded Rashid Shaheed. You've got Chris Olave back. I think there's some optimism around Devon Vele, who second half of last year after the trade started playing better. Remember, you traded for Jalen Polk before the season last year, former first round out of Washington, who missed the entire season due to injury. But Polk will be coming off of injury and could very well be a legitimate option. But I think everyone is sort of roundly looking for a true solidified number 2 option to partner with Chris Olave, the Batman to his Robin or the Robin to his Batman, however it may go. And so we're considering all of these possibilities. Maybe Carnell Tate or Jordan Tyson at the top of round 1. We told you about a mock draft yesterday from Jordan Reed at ESPN that has the Saints taking Jeremy Bernard from Alabama in round 2. So there's a lot of different ways it can go. Most certainly the Saints are going to address wide receivers, just where. And I think today is relevant because there's news that the Eagles, and this was from this report from Mike Garafolo over at the NFL Network, that the Eagles are willing to trade A.J. Brown, but they want a Quinnen Williams type deal. That was the report from Garafolo. Now, as a reminder, Quinnen Williams was traded from the Jets to the Cowboys last year for a 2026 second rounder, a 2027 first rounder, and defensive tackle Maisie Smith. So they got a starter, a 1 and a 2. Now, there were future picks, but a starter, a 1 and a 2 for Quinnen Williams. So if you're thinking, if that's what the Eagles are going to want for A.J. Brown, you have to think you're sending a starter, a 1 and a 2. Well, the way that would probably look is maybe like the 42nd pick this year, the Saints' second-round pick, next year's 1, which if you win again, maybe it'd be a late first-round pick, and then a starter. Would you do that deal? For me, the answer is unequivocally no way. And you can love the player. And I think A.J. Brown is fantastic. He has been a true dominant player in the NFL during his tenure. First with the Titans, then when the Titans traded him to the Eagles, effectively the Eagles are trying to recoup what they gave up to get Brown when they traded for him in doing a deal like this potentially. Because the Eagles sent the Titans a 1 and a 3 in the trade for A.J. Brown when they got him back in 2022. So first things first, as we look at A.J. Brown, a couple things as we talk about it. A.J. Brown, at this point in his career, is 28 years old. He's 28 years old, and he'll be 29 in June, by the way. So he'll be 29 before the next season starts. And he's also a guy that, while he's had 4 straight 1,000-yard receiving seasons, has seen his production decline. Just if you look at the last 4 years, he went from 1,500 yards to 1,456, so comparable, to 1,079 to 1,003. His catches went from 88 to 106 to 67 to 78. So you're talking, and by the way, he played the first 2 years in Philly, he played all 17 games. The last 2 years, he's played in 13 and 15, respectively. So fewer games, declining production. He'll be 29 in June. And remember, as we always say, when you're trading for a player, you're not just trading for the player, you're trading for the contract. And when you look at A.J. Brown's contract, you were talking about a dude who will be under contract under this deal still on the extension he signed, which was a 3-year, $96 million extension on his deal. Not a new deal, an extension that he signed when he went to Philly. With the average annual salary of $32 million, he's under contract through 2029. That is his age 32 season. So you're talking about A.J. Brown being under contract through his age 32 season, and that year, the cap hit would be $29 million. So I look at that and go, it's not just about 2026, because for 2026, would you like to have A.J. Brown on the team? Yeah. Do you want to be spending $30 million in 2029 for 32-year-old A.J. Brown? And that is not quite as obvious. And do you want to give up assets, a 1, a 2, and a starter for a player that's a very good player, but may not be this caliber player still whenever you're ready to start contending for a title again, provided Chuck in the next couple of years gets there? What makes more sense is investing in a young asset. Like, would I do that deal for Jamar Chase? In a millisecond. And I'm bringing up Chase not just because he's an LSU guy, but he's very much in his physical prime, right? You could see a scenario where Chase would get through another 4 or 5 year deal, and at that point would be where A.J. Brown is now. So I can't get there with an A.J. Brown deal because of what you'd have to give. Not because I don't like the player, because I do. But it's not just about do you like the player. It's what do you have to give up and what's the contract. And those all of that blended together doesn't really make that palatable. For whatever it's worth, I think Brown would make a lot of sense for a team that is ready to contend. If there's a team that is ready to contend right now, then Brown could make a lot of sense to help a young quarterback. So it's not surprising that if you look at the top teams as far as odds for A.J. Brown's next team, New England is number one. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? They just lost the Super Bowl. They got their young franchise quarterback. Keyshawn Booty's been outstanding, but you could certainly stand to benefit from a guy like A.J. Brown immediately. Buffalo, Baltimore, Denver. Those are the top four. New England, Buffalo, Baltimore, Denver. The top four odds for A.J. Brown. Makes sense. All have franchise quarterbacks in place. All are playoff teams trying to make a push for a Super Bowl. For whatever it's worth, two other receivers set to be free agents. Mike Evans, his favorite also is to go to the Bills at 3-1. The Saints are at 16-1 for Mike Evans. And then Tyreek Hill, Saints are 40-1 for Tyreek Hill. He's actually a 2-1 favorite to go back to the Kansas City Chiefs, which would probably make a lot of sense for Tyreek Hill as well. You're coming off injury. But I look at receiver. Listen, and I understand that if you want to get something of value, you have to give something of value. So I'm not saying that the Eagles should just give away A.J. Brown, right? He's a great player with a lot of value. But it has to be the right situation to be able to give up something of value to get that player. You have to be a contender. The Saints right now are not a championship contender. I would rather put young assets, affordable assets around Tyler Shuck that can grow together as that window stays open for the net with Tyler Shuck, hopefully, for the next 5, 7, 10 years, whatever that may look like. That wouldn't include a guy that's entering his age 29 season on a deal that runs to his age 32 season. Get younger. Get younger, more affordable. That does not include A.J. Brown. Great player, not the guy I would want. All right, it's after further review. Now, we're glad to have you hanging out with us here. Remember, Evermore, EVA-MOR. Always have Evermore with me here on the set. Drink Evermore every day. Get the 64-ounce bottles. You get whichever is best for you. They got 20-ounce bottles, 32-ounce bottles, 64-ounce bottles. EVA-MOR, Evermore.com, Evermore.com. Available at great local retailers. So find the retailer nearest you when you go to the website, Evermore.com, Evermore.com. You can type in your area code, your zip code. It'll tell you the location nearest you that has Evermore. If at your local grocer or convenience store they don't have Evermore, ask for it by name or just buy it online at Evermore.com. EVA-MOR, Evermore.com. Go to the website. You see it right there, top right. It's a little button that says buy now. You can buy it right there online. Buy now. EVA-MOR, Evermore.com. Buy now. Hit the little button in the top right where it says buy now. Go there to Evermore.com and hit the little button in the top right where it says buy now. There it is, right there. Boom. And now you can buy it on the website. Evermore.com. All right, y'all. It's AFR. Presented by Goodwood, Men's Sexual Wellness. YourGoodwood.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts. YourGoodwood.com. HRT, peptides. You want to feel your best? Our friends over at Goodwood can help. YourGoodwood.com. All right, let me not get a quick break. I will come back to some Saints free agent and contract talks in a bit because there's an estimate today of what Alontae Taylor is likely to fetch in the free agent market, and that all but solidifies he will not be back in New Orleans. We'll get to that at the bottom of the hour. All right, quick break. Come back. State Rep Dixon McMakin is going to join us. Excited for this convo. Could Louisiana attempt to walk the same path that Mississippi is currently walking, try to make NIL earnings tax exempt? Is there a reason competitively that makes sense? We'll talk about it with Dixon McMakin when we come back here at AFR.
AFR.
We're brought by the Watermark and the Renaissance. Watermark Downtown, Renaissance Southtown, two amazing hotel properties. And, of course, if you have an event coming up in 2026, Watermark Renaissance want to host. Watermark Baton Rouge is downtown. Renaissance is beautiful as well right there, Southtown. Watermark Downtown, Baton Rouge's premier hotel property. You know, one of the cool things, if you ever go, I remember last time I was there, well, it wasn't the last time I was there. One of the last times I was there. It was last basketball season when Vanderbilt was here, and the Vanderbilt basketball team stayed there, and they had their team meetings and meals and everything in the basement. So when you're in the lobby, there's this beautiful marble stairwell that goes down underground, and that's where all the bank vaults were. Well, they've hollowed out those bank vaults into like private dining and private meeting rooms, and they also have this big open space as well. Trust me, if you have an event coming up, you got to check out Watermark Baton Rouge. Downtown, Watermark Baton Rouge.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this.
I remember at River Parish Contractors, they fabricate both pipe and structural steel with automation. One of the things that makes River Parish Contractors truly different. And not only do they fabricate with automation, they also fabricate and handle the installation. So, if your plant, if you have aging steel, think of it this way: your plant was built in the 1960s. They can replace it for you, and it's state-of-the-art process. And because they fabricate and install, it's easier on the engineer. It provides significant cost savings because of the tax implications. It's River Parish Contractors. They're such an impressive facility and great people. They're in reserve, so as they say, it's an hour from everywhere they serve. You can get there within an hour. rpcontractors.com. Check them out online. It's rpcontractors.com.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
All right, Mississippi has the state of Mississippi. Let's just have sit. Your mic's not on. Just go on.
I look.
Sit.
I look good.
No, I need you to sit because you're blocking the panel.
No, I'm not.
Yes, when he goes to that shot, you will be.
No, I'm not.
When he goes to this shot, would you stop being so insubordinate? Just sit, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. I
See,
look
you're
great.
blocking the panel.
Hey, Goodwood, firm up.
It's a bad
if
idea.
If I sit, it's not going to change anything.
Yeah. Sit, and there.
Nope.
Swing over, and then move the mic.
Diva. Matt Moscona.
No, not a diva. Someone who understands the value of ad placement and the people that pay for that. That's right
Good
over
to
your
see
shoulder.
How you doing, folks?
There it
Good
is.
to see
You're
you.
not on. See, we're on that shot right there.
Good to see you, folks.
Nope.
How you doing?
On that shot.
It's coming. Musso, change the shot.
That's not Musso. It's Paul.
Paulie D. Come on,
Get out
change
of here.
the shot.
Get out of my studio.
Okay.
What
Let's
did
welcome back.
I just asked you to come on the show. I didn't tell you to come in studio. Next time we'll lock the studio door. We're calling him. Okay, Dixon McMakin is here with us. Representative Dixon McMakin from District
68.
Eden Grayton 68.
There it is. Supper Club.
How about it?
Yeah, so good.
Last year, so Mississippi, the state of Mississippi has created a lot of headlines this week because their House of Representatives has passed legislation that would make NIL earnings tax exempt. It's been sort of controversial. You, as I learned, authored similar legislation a year ago. Does your legislation from a year ago differ at all from this?
Nope. Exactly. They took my idea. I would say they took my idea I had. The idea was this, simply put, student athletes are going to get NIL money. We want the best of the best to come to not only LSU, but all the universities out there. So let's say if you're going to get money from that, we're going to make that tax exempt just on the state standpoint. So that's all it is. Louisiana's at 3%. We would take away the 3% and we would put that towards the student athletes. Mississippi took that idea. The House has now passed that. And it still has a way to go. You mentioned that, Matt. The Senate's got to pass. The governor's got to sign it. But they took my idea and they put it over in Mississippi. And if you're competing with who that is in Mississippi, you want to be the best.
So you also shared with me it was a legislative finance note. Explain that for a second, if you. So you go to this committee and ask them to do this research. How does that work?
Yeah. So if you file a bill in the legislature, they have what's called a fiscal note. The fiscal note's going to tell everybody how much this would cost the state if this bill were to pass.
Okay.
So we did that. They did the research. They called the universities. I believe there was 417 student athletes that they found had got NIL, and that would cost the state about $500,000 in tax loss if we were to provide them with this tax break. And so the idea is this, Matt. As you know, $500,000 on a budget, that's at all the universities, not just LSU, all of them. How much really does that mean when you talked about hotels, restaurants, having the best of the best when it comes to having those at their facilities? That's nothing. We can afford that. A lot of pushback from a lot of people, but I still think it's appropriate for us. We want to be the best of the best. We want the best student athletes here. Let's get them here.
Why? So the counter argument is, if you're a radio host, if you're a engineer, a police officer, a teacher, or whoever, well, your income isn't tax exempt. By the way, I would be very much in favor of just abolishing all taxes. Let's just do away with it.
I have another bill for that. Yeah,
I love that. Thank you. I'll vote for you. If you get rid of taxes, I'm here for it. But I also understand and have nice things. You have to pay for nice things. But I think there's different ways to do that. But we're not here for that conversation today. What do you say to the person who says, "Well, my income isn't tax exempt. Why should they be?"
Yeah, I would say to that is that there's a taxable impact for those student athletes that are here when it comes to the tourism industry, when it comes to hotels, when it comes to restaurants and all that. Look, in my day job, I'm a financial advisor, right? So when I'm a financial advisor, I am what I am. I'm a lawyer as well. I am what I am. But when it comes to student athletes and getting 100,000 people into that stadium, buying beverages, buying food, staying at hotels, we see the tangible impact that they have, that the 3% loss that we're going to take just on what they're getting for NIL, but to get the best of the best here, to win championships, we've seen the economic impact. 2019, look at it. Talk to any hotel, talk to any restaurant. In 2019, when LSU was dominating, hey, did you do better collectively than $500,000? The answer, simply put, yes.
Admission, applications up, everything. There's no doubt it positively affects everything when LSU football is good. But the numbers that we just went through, so I'm looking at the fiscal note is what it's called, right? So I'm looking at the fiscal note. So this was for the 24-25 school year, as Dixon said, for all Louisiana universities. There were 427 Louisiana athletes conducting deals that totaled $17 million. And as you mentioned, $510,000 would have been the tax revenue from the state tax.
Yep.
That was 24-25. I think it stands to reason we're in 25-26. We'd be talking about next year, right, for 26-27. Any idea as you project what those NIL dollars would be? It'd be much more than $17 million.
And of course, and that's the opportunity too with rev share now too. That did not include rev share.
So wait, just to be clear, the rev share money would not be exempt from state tax?
Would not be.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, would not be. So this is just name, image, and likeness, not rev share. That would still be Section 61, the IRS tax code. All that would still be taxed. So it's just the extra beyond that would be part of the process. So really, you're not probably getting too much more than that, honestly, because that's the NIL number is what it is. And
you saw what a football team just did, dog?
But still, that was part of rev share.
Some of it, not all of it.
But still, not as much as you think. Because look at this fiscal note. If you were to ask people, how much did you think was out there at NIL? If you were to ask them, Matt, oh, it's 17 million of all the universities. I think that number is lower than people thought it would be.
I would agree with that. But again, that was also 24, 25, and we have seen escalators. Like if we looked at, I don't know what it is, but if we looked at the NIL money from the 23-24 school year, I think it'd be considerably lower than that 17 million. It's just, we've just seen this escalator in the NIL era as it's gotten more and more competitive. I don't know. I didn't know if you knew what that number would be.
So we don't until we do the bill. If we do it again and have the chance to do it. Now, I didn't even get a meeting last year. Didn't get the opportunity to present this. Of course, I'm lucky. I get to present for the flagship. I represent the flagship university, LSU, the largest university, the most money. That's where my passion is. People know that. My dad played baseball there. I'm the announcer. I went there for 8 years, 3 degrees. But look.
It's a good thing you clarified the 3 degrees. The 8 years thing would have set off some alarms.
Yeah. But the opportunity to be the best of the best. Mississippi is doing this. We all know Texas, Tennessee, Florida don't have the income tax. I looked it up. Georgia's at 5. Kentucky's at 3.5. Mississippi's at 4. We are always competing them. I've talked with the coaches. Hey, when you have a recruit, he's going to California. You know what they say? Hey, you go to California, you're going to pay more in tax. So we're already using it versus them. So the opportunity, and I think, look, and Matt, you advised me of this. Hey, don't read the message boards. You told me that. Don't read them.
I told you that when you got the PA job. I was like, don't read it.
Hey, I read them all. I read them all. I read them all. And the people that are on there, back to your point of, hey, look, I'm just a worker and I have to pay my tax. But I would say this. Do you want to win? Do you want to compete? Do you want to be the best of the best? Do you want to support the industry? Of course you do. When the other ones are using this against us, we're using it against them. Let's be the best of the best. Let's support our coaches. Let's support our student athletes, and let's do that.
If you make, in California, by the way, the top rate, and it's a sliding scale based on how much money you make, the top, you want to guess what the top rate is? Do you know?
45%.
No. Well, it's for state income tax.
Oh, state income tax?
State.
20.
13.3 is the top.
Yeah, there you go. So we're trying to recruit a quarterback, trying to recruit a great point guard, trying to recruit a great pitcher. We're going to use that against California. Yeah. We can't be having Texas, Tennessee, Florida, and now Mississippi using that against us.
Like for example, if you make $742K and above, that's 12.3% in California. So just think if you're recruiting an elite level player, right? Think Haven Finney, for example. It was a cornerback out of California, signed with LSU. Had he gone to, I don't know what he got, but let's assume it's bigger than that number. Had he gone to USC or stayed in California, he would have been paying 12% state income tax as opposed to 3% in Louisiana. Counter argument would be, well, 3 is better than 12, just keep it at 3.
That's a Volkswagen. He can get a whole car with that money, right? Absolutely.
You can get a couple. Depending on how much you make him in, you out there making Sam Levitt and Jordan Seaton money, buy a couple of Volkswagens with that.
So it's just the idea, Matt. Look, I get that it's controversial. I get that. But look, I'm a business guy. People know that about me. I'm all about the business dollars and cents when it comes to this stuff. Is we're trying to recruit the best of the best. Anything we can do to be competitively advantaged to do that. And we know there is money out there. Look, football makes majority of the money for LSU athletics. Basketball makes money. We could make more. Basketball could be more profitable. Baseball, softball, women's basketball, all those sports. We're trying to be the best of the best, bring championships here. Championships bring economic development, hotels, restaurants, everything you do. Matt, everyone feels better mentally when we win in championships. That's what I'm about.
Representative Dixon McMakin is here. The legislative session starts April 9th. I had to look that up for the story.
March 9th.
March 9th.
Monday.
March 9th.
Yep.
I had to look it up for the story I wrote over at LouisianaSports.net. You can go read it. By the way, the fiscal note that Dixon's talking about, I do have linked in that story at LouisianaSports.net. So if you want to go read that fiscal, it was I didn't know that was a thing. That's interesting to see that happens. You have someone doing the work for you. That's good.
Yep.
So you don't have to go do math and do research. Just let someone else do it for you.
I do it myself, but I knew that going into it.
I would let them do it for me if I knew that was a resource.
I was at LSU for 8 years. So I do it.
Highest and best use of your time. Probably better working on your play calls and whatnot. Is it harder to do football or basketball?
Basketball.
Why?
More plays.
Faster?
Yes.
What's the biggest mess up you've had so far?
I don't want to talk about it.
I want to hear it. This is a very human thing. It is human to err.
There was
to err is human.
I don't know what game it was. Home game, LSU football. Opponent quarterback went out of bounds, and I gave a tackle to Whit Weeks. Well, there was no tackle because the quarterback just went out of bounds, and I punched the wall behind me.
I think it's okay.
No, it pissed me off.
Does but if there's a if there is a defender giving chase and ushers the quarterback out of bounds, is there not a tackle that's awarded?
Legally, yes. Right. But from the people that watched it, they know that there was no tackle on the play.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. Was he awarded a tackle on the play?
He was.
Okay, well, then he was awarded a tackle on the play. There's nothing wrong with that.
It didn't feel right.
All right, I can respect that, but it was good. Anything else we should know about the legislative session with respect to sports?
There will be there's a few bills coming on NIL. There's a few bills on the contracts that are going to be coming up with that as well. How we're going to get money, a major sports event as well. NCAA events are in the major sports bill. I did this on Mornings without Brian Haldane this morning. Great show to do. We're adding the college football playoff. Probably at St. Paul's doing something.
Oh, he wasn't at his show today?
That's why it's Mornings without Brian Haldane.
Well, who hosted?
Cade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's much better. But NCAA events are in that bill. College football playoff is not an NCAA event.
Right.
We'll make sure that's part of that.
Okay.
And all the great stuff we're doing at Tiger Stadium right now as well. Death Valley Live, all those events coming up. But just be tuning in. Look, get involved. You're now part of the process because of your reporting and what you're doing. You've written 2 articles now, so that's more than you've ever done in 20 years. So it's great.
Not true.
So that's facts. Musa, thank you. It's facts. So thank you so much, and just be involved.
Not going to be involved. Don't want to be involved. But one more thing. So just to explain, your bill last year didn't. So it goes to committee, then the floor. It didn't go to committee. Why?
The people on the committee didn't even want to hear it. They didn't think that would be appropriate at the time.
Okay.
Because of all the backlash they were hearing from the people. So look, if you're a fan,
do you think there's more support for it now?
Because other states are doing it, I hope so. Yes. And look, if you're a fan, if you're one of those Tiger droppings listeners and you're complaining to me, if you're a fan, you say we want the best of the best. You're always complaining. We want the best of the best. Go talk to the committee members on Ways and Means and tell them, look, you know what? Actually, yes, we see the reason to do this.
Who are the committee members? Shout them out.
Chair is now Tony Bacala. Go reach out to Tony Bacala. Great man. Reach out to Tony Bacala.
Burt Bacharach.
Yeah.
Baklava. You say baklava? Tony Bacala?
He's a great guy. Yeah.
Baklava?
Yeah.
Like the food?
No. Bacala. He's
Isn't
great.
Baklava like a cookie?
It's a Greek dessert.
Okay, yeah, it's like a
Zorba's on Essen, District 68.
Isn't it like a cookie?
No, it's more of a pastry type of dish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baklava.
Yeah.
Tony Baklava.
No, there's no V. Bacala.
No, I've seen the word, but it's baklava. It's what it's called. Even in Aladdin, when the genie's singing "A Friend Like Me," it's a little more baklava. I've seen that. You can't tell me that's wrong. It's baklava.
I can't believe your show is still in the air. It's unbelievable.
Been here a long time, not going anywhere either. All right, he's Dixon McMakin. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. It's after further review. Stick around.
AFR.
We're brought to you by River City's 1 hour air, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001, or 1hourbr.com. ONE, 1hourbr.com. Hey, look for the big yellow vans and trucks with the giant clock on the side. You see them all over town. They're awesome. They're awesome to work with. And one thing I promise you, when you call the number, I'm going to give it to you again in a second if you want to get your phone out, if you're having an issue with your AC, your heater, whatever it is. Probably not your heater right now. It's 80 degrees outside. But if you're having an issue with your AC, call River City's 1 hour air, and you're going to talk to a person, a living, breathing human who's here, who's going to help schedule for you. 752-0001, 752-0001. Even if you want to call them right now, you can do it just to know that I'm not lying to you. Like, you will literally talk to a human being. They'll send a technician out to the house nights, weekends. They'll never charge you extra to come out nights and weekends because you just can't go to sleep hot. 752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
At Ragin Cajuns, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Ragin Cajuns chicken fingers. One love.
We typically
think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Don't ever let him in here again.
You opened the door.
I did. I'm just saying don't let him in again. I'm telling you don't let him in again. From now on, only by phone.
Only phone calls. Got it.
In the unfortunate event that we invite Dixon back to the show. Only phone. I mean, we wasted a solid minute just trying to get him to sit in a chair. Kane's there now, by the way. Shout out to Kane. That's Kane the third. She's a good girl.
Very good girl. Yeah. Great chicken.
She just hangs out, doesn't talk back, very polite to our guests.
Doesn't block the logo.
Doesn't bark, doesn't bite, doesn't block the logo. Reps the brand. Shout out Raising Cane's. Here in the Raising Cane's studio. Not Representative McMakin. That guy. I do like the idea. By the way, we're going to get a poll question check here in a second as well, because I asked you last hour, not rhetorical, would you want Will Wade back? And so I feel like I know the answer, and it's going to be 85 to 90% yes, is what I think is going to happen. We'll get to that in a second, but I'm very sensitive to the fact that a lot of people will look at a proposal like that, like what's happened in Mississippi. Arkansas has passed similar legislation, and the possibility of Louisiana doing the same, where they would allow student athletes to have their NIL earnings tax exempt. And I understand that people like you and me who have quote unquote normal jobs, right? I don't think I have a normal job, but you know what I mean. Like, we're not student athletes making lots of money in certain instances to play college football. And to say, well, why should I be taxed and they're tax exempt? Well, I'm just someone who believes in incentivizing business. And I look at sports as a business. Yes, it's a hobby and it's fun and it's passionate, but it's also undeniable the economic impact that sports has on our communities. Like that's not a debatable thing. So I look at, like, when we have the conversations about the state subsidizing the Saints or the Pelicans or helping, renovate the dome or whatever, as investing in a business. In the same way that the state has invested in Woodside Energy, building a $17.5 billion LNG facility in Calcasieu Parish, or the Hyundai plant, or the Meta facility. Like, all those things, those are giant businesses that have come here because we've created in our state a business climate where people want to invest their capital to help grow. And then it creates jobs and economy and all that stuff, right? And then you can build better roads and have nicer schools and safer communities, in theory, all that stuff, right? Like, that's how that works. So if you look at sports as the same way, and that's an undeniable truth, that everything is better when LSU football is good. So if this is a way that allows LSU to have some sort of competitive advantage, and not just in football, this would be in all sports. Same thing for Kim Mulkey in the women's basketball program, or Jay Johnson in the baseball program, or, like, there's lots of different ways that you can crunch numbers to show a financial benefit, right? That's how I look at it. And if it were something that were an overwhelming number that could affect our state's budget, I might have some pause. We just told you the number was $500,000. It would have been in the 24-25 school year across all universities, the majority of which, of course, being LSU, but $17 million in NIL deals over 427 student athletes at a 3% tax rate. That would have been $510,000. So we're a state that has a budget of $44.6 billion that year. $44.6 billion is our budget. You're talking about $500K in NIL taxed revenue? I mean, it's a pimple on a bee's ass. It's irrelevant in the grand scheme to our budget, but it's really relevant to the quarterback who's going to have a $3 million NIL deal. And now you're talking about, what is that, $90,000 in state income tax? And you could say, hey, look, you can go play in California where they have a 13% tax rate, and that's going to cost you X. Come here where we waive your state tax, it's going to save you $90,000. Look at that gap. You're putting an extra, whatever that number is, $250,000 in your pocket. Yeah, that's relevant to that guy. It's not going to prevent Louisiana from building roads and schools and paying police or any of that stuff. But it might help you get the quarterback that helps you win a championship, and then you have an economic windfall. That's just how I look at it. So, yeah, I mean, I would be in favor of that. Of course I would. Hell, I'm in favor of abolishing the tax code, abolishing the IRS. I mean, you realize as a nation we were founded, there were no taxes. In the history of our nation, the IRS, taxes are a relatively new thing. So when people say, oh, it's American to pay taxes, no, it's not. It's actually the opposite of that. We literally founded our nation because we were pissed off at paying taxes. Anyway. So, yeah, I'd be fine. If this gets introduced, if Dixon reintroduces the bill and makes it through committee and it passes, I'd be fine with it. That is a negligible difference in our state. And if anything, maybe the greater push is to say, let's do what Florida and Texas and Tennessee and Nevada and 9 states have done and just get rid of state income tax altogether. Bring a climate that's more welcoming for people to have more disposable income and spend it. And it'll be taxed on the back end on what you buy, which is kind of the idea, right? Instead of the government just taking your money, go buy stuff. And, of course, you'll have sales tax and things like that, which I don't like that either. But I don't like taxes, as I'm sure none of you do. Anyway, more on Mornings Without Brian Haldane on Talk 107.3 if you want to get into that conversation. All right, it's after further review. We're glad to have you aboard with us. We're brought to you by Rouse's, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. They always have their weekly ad at Rouse's. And remember, over at Rouse's, live and boiled crawfish every day. Get on by. 76 Rouse's locations. All of them have in-house boiling rooms. So they boil crawfish in-house every day at all of the Rouse's locations. Walk on in. They got the hot and boiled kiosk, the bags of crawfish. They're bagged, tagged, priced. Grab, go. You're done. Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. Rouse's, this feels like home. All right, y'all, it's after further review. All right, Muse, hit me with a little poll result, if you would. We asked in hour number 1, and this was me doing my very informal market research. Okay, this is non-scientific research. But I'm asking you the question, I'm no longer being bashful about asking this question. Because NC State has lost 5 of 6. LSU is going to finish 3-15 in the conference. I know there is no coach that LSU could realistically hire that would make people excited. That's not to say no coach could win here. I do believe there could be coaches that could win here. I'm just saying you're not going to get this trampoline effect of excitement from a new coach unless if you bring back Will Wade. That's my opinion. I think we're going to be sitting somewhere around 85% of people saying yes, they would want Will Wade to return. Muse, what does Twitter say?
90% yes.
I'm the smartest man alive. Or maybe not the smartest. I'm actually not. I don't do math at all. As we've learned on this show, I really struggle with math. Facts. Big facts.
We are proud members of the I Was Told There Would Not Be Math Club.
Yep.
That's what we are.
Yep, it's me. Now, you want to do English and reading comprehension and grammar? I'll wreck stuff in here. Now, math? No. However, I know this audience, man. And sometimes I feel like I know you better than you know you. Like, just scrolling through the text line real quick. I asked people, tell me. Daniel Tregle, yes. Clark Dennis, rehire Wade. Marvin Johnson, thumbs up. Mike Henderson, I'm for hiring Will Wade back. Not my money.
Honest, like the honesty.
Jed Bork, I'd take Will Wade back in a heartbeat. Ed, absolutely. Wade's a great coach. He needs to be back here doing it again. Brett St. Germain, bring back Will Wade. Chandler, LSU basketball, so much fun when they're good. Jeremy Stout, hell yeah, hired Will Wade back. Jeremy Poinot, yes on Will Wade. Josh Neal, yes, should have never let him go. John Watkins, hell yeah. Scott Shirley, 1,000% rehire Wade. Todd Ford, yes, bring back Will Wade. It's everybody. It's all of them. There's like 2 people that were like, no. I mean, it's the one thing they could do. Singular. The one thing. It's the one thing they could do that would get people excited for basketball. And the governor of the state wants it. And he's an influential dude. There's no other way around it. He wants it. The chairman of the board, who's appointed by the governor, wants it. The president of the university, handpicked by the governor, wants it. The newly appointed board member today is a McNeese alum, who I'm assuming would want that as well. You got some things aligning. Anyway. All right, I'm used to do Tigers and the Pros to wrap up hour number 2 next.
AFR.
Buying or selling, commercial or residential. Think real estate. Think Darren James. Go to agent225.com, agent225.com, agent225.com for Darren James. Hey, listen, if you're thinking of selling your home, you might be thinking about listing your home for sale by owner. I want to remind you of this. 73% of people that list their home for sale by owner end up hiring a realtor. 3 out of 4. And there's a lot of different reasons. Maybe you don't know how to price it properly. Maybe you're not home for showings enough. There's a lot of different, maybe it's the paperwork. Who knows? There's a lot of different reasons. Save yourself the time and the money. Call Darren James. Remember, working with Darren James obligates you to nothing, and he guarantees you he's going to sell your home. It's his guaranteed sale program. You'll sit down with Darren, agree to a price and a deadline. If he doesn't sell your home at that price by that deadline, he'll have your home bought with cash or he'll sell it for free. So call Darren James and get your home sold.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even JB could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of JB Falgu.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. At Locke Meredith Sean Fagan and Associates, we know each case and client are unique and that no two cases are the same. But one thing remains constant, and that is our passion to help our clients. After an accident, we know your life has changed, which is why we passionately fight to make you and your family whole. Remember, whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. We're here to serve you.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
All right, we are wrapping up hour number 2, as always, thanks to our friends over at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Just go for that blood lab draw. Let them see if you're a candidate for HRTs or feeling like your younger self. It'll change your life. Yourgoodwood.com. Muso, Tigers in the pros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now.
All right, another exhibition here today for Team USA ahead of the World Baseball Classic. They faced are facing the Colorado Rockies. They're up big. Alex Bregman, second consecutive day with a home run in the lineup for Team USA. This one was a 2-run shot as opposed to yesterday's solo. 1 out of 2, couple runs scored and a walk for Bregman. He is on fire here early. Arizona Diamondbacks and the A's in spring training. Tommy White getting a pinch hit AB. Played some first base today, too, for the Athletics. Went 0 for 1, but is hitting .455 early here in spring training. Big day for Ethan Fry and the Houston Astros. They got the win, but bigger than that, Fry.
The pride of Rose Pine.
There you go, the pride of Rose Pine. And Ethan Fry hit his first home run of spring training. Sounded like this for the Astros broadcast.
Trevin one deep to right field, all the way back and gone. Astros lead 4-0 on the home run by Ethan Fry.
He's hitting a nice 200 so far early. Some basketball to get to. Yeah, I thought it was more than that. Sorry. I looked at the wrong average at first. My bad, Ethan. Keep it up, though, dude.
A nice 200.
Keep swinging. Keep swinging. Trenton Watford has seen his minutes return to normal off the bench, 26 of them, 9 points, 3 assists a night ago. And Naz Reid,
just did.
23 minutes off the bench. Tough shooting night for a guy, just 1 of 8, but did grab 6 boards and in the game was +2. Not all about scoring. That's Tigers and Pros.
Presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com, lmfj.com, lmfj.com. We're getting towards spring. A lot of people get married in the spring, meaning a lot of people have anniversaries in the spring. Maybe your anniversary's coming up. Gents, thrill her with a gift in the red box from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. lmfj.com, or walk into any of the Lee Michaels locations. They do an amazing job with what they call the Lee Michaels experience. You'll understand. You'll understand when you walk in the door, it's not pushy or salesy. It's warm and welcoming. And they're glad you're there. And they create a really comfortable environment. You want to look at 1,000 pieces of jewelry, do it. They're going to find something within your budget that's going to thrill her. Be a hero. Give her a gift in the red box from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. lmfj.com. Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Lafayette, Lake Charles, Shreveport. lmfj.com. Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Okay, Sports Center's coming up, y'all. It's caught up on national headlines. When we come back, Alontae Taylor, according to some new estimates, probably will be outpriced from the Saints.
After further review.
Priced out. Not outpriced. Priced out. You know where you're never priced out? Shaw Bills. You want to know why? Because they're going to sell you the best tires on the road at the cheapest price. How about, can I get one? I mean, I felt that was a pretty good radio guy transition right there. Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. They'll sell you name brand tires at wholesale prices. You want Bridgestone tires? Cool. Lots of people sell Bridgestone tires. So why should you go to Shaw Bills? Because they're going to sell you the best tires at the cheapest price. Bridgestone, Firestone, BF Goodrich, Michelin, Toyo, all of them. Name brand tires at wholesale prices. And they're able to do that because they combine the manufacturer's offer with their own in-house offer. And they know that when they get you there, they're going to sell you the best tires at the cheapest price. They're going to treat you so good that whenever you need anything, oil change, tire rotation, check engine light, brake squeaking, anything, you're going to go back to wiper blades replaced. You're going to go back to Shaw Bills. Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. ShawBillsTire.com. Shaw Bills, we keep you rolling.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
Investing in a new roof doesn't have to be overwhelming. At Pelican Roofing, we offer 0 interest for 21 months because everyone deserves a safe, secure home. Trusted, local, affordable. Pelican Roofing, making quality roofing affordable for South Louisiana families.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Legendary football coach Lou Holtz, who led Notre Dame to its last national championship in 1988, has died at the age of 89. One and done in New England for Stephon Deggs. The Patriots will release the veteran receiver, part of their Super Bowl run. When the new league year starts, his cap hit would have been $26 million. The Chiefs parting ways with one of their best defensive players, while the Rams fill a top need. Teams agreed to a trade, cornerback Trent McDuffie to L.A. for a package of picks, including a first-rounder this year. Trading McDuffie, part of a KC trend, explains our Harry Douglas.
They don't pay their secondary guys because they believe, number one, in their infrastructure and their coaching staffs to develop these players that they may bring into their organization when you talk about the secondary. Number two, they also say that we can get a boatload of picks and we can fill out our roster with young guys and don't worry about having to pay those players for another 3 or 4 years.
Financial penalties will be imposed on schools that violate new player availability reports in the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournaments.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options and easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
That's right.
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Russo. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there. Make it a good one. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. And, oh, by the way, it's a hump day.
It's hump day.
Let's hump, everybody.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Game day.
Hump day.
LSULL.
It's hump day.
LSULL.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Combined them.
Hump day.
You don't get it?
It's hump day.
I get it. I don't like it.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
LSULL.
Hump day.
Nah, I don't like that.
It's
I don't care what you like. It's not your show.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
This is a radiotatorship.
Hump
not a radiocracy.
It's hump day.
And if I want to say LSULL,
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Say it.
Hump day.
Paul loves it. Look at him. He's laughing. See? Paul likes
it's hump day.
LSUSLU.
Mike.
Paul, what about
what day
this
is it,
one?
Mike?
SLULL.
Hump day.
That one doesn't flow as good.
It's hump day.
So he loves it.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Paul's a lion.
Hump day.
Who, Paul? I was on your campus this weekend.
It's hump day.
Great campus.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Saw the new Robin Roberts Center.
Hump day.
Bro.
It's hump day.
I mean...
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
Nice.
It's hump day.
I'm a proud and biased manship alum.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
As are you, Moose.
Correct.
Hump day.
That's how you ended up here. Used to bother me when I would go do events at Manship.
It's hump day.
You told me to.
I did.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You know what I told the kids at Southeastern this weekend?
Same thing?
Hump day.
Bother people.
Yeah.
You know how many people ask me for a job all the time?
It's hump day.
Every day, lots.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
I'm going to forget all of you.
Hump day.
So keep asking.
It's hump day.
And maybe you'll end up like Muse.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
With half his face sideburn and me and mocked for it on air.
Aim higher.
Hump day.
Well, the LAB career day.
It's hump day.
Was at Southeastern Saturday morning at the Robin Roberts broadcast. I don't know exactly what they call it. The Robin Roberts Center.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Can't remember who they named it after.
Hump day.
Wait, it's not named after Robin Roberts?
Of course it was.
Oh,
Muse.
all right. Well,
Follow me here, man. I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
It's hump day.
Oh,
that wasn't one of your better ones.
Yeah, maybe you should aim higher, Muse.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Whatever. Hey, you can kill the music. Anyway, so we went to the so we did the LAB event at the at Southeastern, and Michelle Southern posted photos of it. I'm gonna tell you what. So Robin Roberts apparently. Oh, here you go. Here's some photos. If you're watching, you'll see this. So Michelle posted photos on her Facebook of it. I mean, look at the studio. That's only part of it, by the way.
That's like a full professional like news studio set. Like that's
side set with the couches, cameras. That's the control room.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Imagine seeing it in person. There you go. There's the other view of the control room. I mean,
look at this.
That's just a big open space where they can do movable sets and all. They had like 6 of these podcast suites. I mean, look, there's another view from the couches. So that's a look at the set from the camera view looking at the set. I mean, hat tip Robin Roberts and the people at Southeastern. That thing is gorgeous. I've been to a lot of college campuses. I have spoken to a lot of classes, broadcast, all that sort of stuff, in a lot of different parts of the country. I have never seen a facility like that. I mean, shout out Robin Roberts and Southeastern. Amazing. Truly. I think she donated a bunch of the money for it. I don't know if they had other funding for it as well, whatever. But they named it after Robin Roberts, Southeastern alum. I mean, bravo, really. Like, as I said, proud manship alum. That facility makes the J building in Hodges Hall over at LSU look like a dump. I say that with so much love and affection. I spent so much time there. And I love LSU. I mean, I don't give money to LSU athletics. I give money to the manship school at LSU. I was a very proud alum. But and their stuff is not a dump. It's very nice. It's a wonderful facility. It's one of the oldest accredited journalism schools in the country. Like Southeastern, that Robin Roberts facility, that's the nicest thing I've ever seen on a college broadcast facility I've ever seen on a college campus. It's incredible. Anyway, so hat tip. All right, I'm just gonna do this quickly. So,
well,
I keep pushing this. What?
Do the 515 quickly.
No, I want to spend more time on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to spend more time on that, and then I got to push what's on 5 down. Or I could do that now. Okay, how about this? Next segment will be a Saints segment. We'll talk about Alontae Taylor and also want to talk about odds for where Derek Carr and Spencer Rattler are going to play next year. That's coming up in the next segment. Real quick, Stephen A. Smith on Tuesday. I don't know why, but he took aim at the Pelicans. Like, Stephen A. Smith and the New Orleans Pelicans are the Pelicans are an irrelevant franchise. They're only relevant, right? Are they playing today? I don't even know what they're playing. Like, even I have given up on watching them. Maybe it's when LSU Baseball started that's accumulating or accounted for so much of my brain space, my mind space, head space. Pelicans
play the Kings
tomorrow.
Thursday.
They play tomorrow at 9 o'clock against the Kings. That's that SEC Network special. Well, they just create a 9 o'clock tip on the SEC. Who did that?
LSU and Auburn started at the same time as Pels Lakers last night on the West Coast. I got the alert from both
what
games.
moron at the SEC Network was like, I got an idea. 2 sub-500 teams, we're going to tip them at 9 o'clock Central on the SEC Network. You know who we're really catering to? Those West Coast crappy basketball fans. That's who we're catering to. They're going to love that. We'll do giant numbers in Hawaii. Stupid. Anyway. Stephen A. Smith on First Take, for some reason, was talking about Zion Williamson. I don't know why, but this is what he said.
What was Zion's problem? Food addict. Anybody that cooked knew about Zion Williamson, and he knew them. So why does that matter? In the 7 years that he's been in the league, 7th year, he's only had 2.5 decent seasons of actually being available. Do y'all know that this brother has been put on the injured list 35 times in his career? An average of 5 times a year per season. He's played in 259 games in his career. He's missed 275. And even this year, while you are available, there are 15 teams in the Western Conference. Y'all are 13th. They were losing games because you wasn't on the court. Now they're losing games with you on the court. So it's about elevating your level of play, but prioritizing being available.
So, Stephen A., I don't know. I don't watch First Take. I'm sure some of you do. Maybe, I don't know. I have a job and a life, and I don't sit at home and watch First Take. But the Pelicans then went on social media and posted a video and said, "Stick to solitaire, Stephen." And it's videos. It's a compilation of videos of Stephen A. just doing very unathletic things, like here he is airballing a 3, and there's a first pitch where he bounces it about 45 feet. I mean, it's just really bad. It's some real. There he's trying to box. I don't know what. It's just a compilation. There he falls down in the corner. So basically, the Pelicans are taking shots at Stephen A. here. There's his college points per game at 1.5 points per game. They had the Wilt Chamberlain 100 paper where they put Stephen A.'s face on Wilt, and he's holding up the piece of paper and superimposed 100 to 1.5, which is pretty good. That's excellent Twittering.
I mean, the Pels have a great social media
That's
team,
excellent Twittering. Well, then Stephen A. naturally sees it, so he goes back on his First Take today and fires back at the Pelicans.
I'm at the top of the heap in this profession and getting paid for it, by the way. My popularity is more than anybody you got on your team outside of Zion Williamson. Again, not throwing any shade on the players, just giving you facts. We are in the month of March. Nearly 65 games have been played, and you're still searching for your 20th victory. Y'all are horrible. You've been horrible. Not the city with those wonderful fans, not the city with those wonderful restaurants, not the city with those wonderful people, just the organization that refuses to represent them the way that they should be represented, because y'all have been trash. Allow me to count the ways. You got your research, I got mine. Worth about $3.55 billion right now. That ranks 29th out of 30 teams in the NBA. This is your 24th year in the NBA. You used to be the Hornets, now you're the Pelicans. That's 2 nicknames. That's how many playoff series victories you have. 2 in 24 years. Damn, I'm not finished. Just this past month, you clinched your 15th losing season in 24 years. In 24 years, you've had 1 season of winning 50 or more games. 1. That's it. You've never been to a conference finals. That means you've never been to an NBA finals. In 24 years, only the Hornets and you have never been to a conference finals. But you got the time to clap back at me. Well, if you're going to do that, at least tell America why. It's the only thing that can make you relevant.
He's so right, too. We're talking about it. Well done, Stephen A. I mean, that's why he's at the top of the heap. I mean, he is.
And getting paid for it.
Oh, Stephen A. Smith is the highest paid employee at ESPN. His contract is reportedly 5 years, $105 million, I believe. I mean, he's out there making like starting cornerback money. He's out there making Alante Taylor money. Oh, we'll talk about that after the break.
After further review.
Get off me, Muse. Professional radio guy. Goodwood, men's sexual wellness. YourGoodwood.com, YourGoodwood.com. Check out YourGoodwood.com. Yeah, listen, people often say to me, they're like, they mention Goodwood and ED. Yes, they you got ED, they can help you. That's a part of what they do. Hormone replacement therapy, giant part of their business. Simple blood test, easy. Simple blood draw, they'll run your labs. I think everyone should do this. You should do your 6-month blood labs anyway. They'll look at your blood labs, they'll look at your levels, and determine if they can safely, affordably supplement you to get you to a healthy level again. As we age, and no human is exempt, as we age, our body produces less of the hormones that contribute to how we feel and our functionality. You can safely, affordably supplement to get to healthy levels so you feel and perform like you did when you were younger in everything in life. Regain that youthful vitality. YourGoodwood.com.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit YourGoodwood.com.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Everything you need for a stunning garden is at the Plant Barn in Baton Rouge. From trees and shrubs to plants and pottery, the Plant Barn has it all at great prices. Visit us today on Valley Street, right off Perkins Road in South Downs.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit YourGoodwood.com.
Gavin Guidry is going to start on the bump today for LSU. We'll run through the lineup in about a dozen minutes or so from right now. Thanks for hanging out with us here on a Hump Day edition of AFR presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Tom Pelissero over at NFL Media has a piece up where he lists 10 NFL free agents who could land surprisingly big contracts this offseason. And there's two of them that I think are relevant to this audience. One is Saints cornerback Alontae Taylor. And Pelissero writes that while Super Bowl champions Reek Woolen, Jalen Watson, Jamel Dean are among the biggest names at cornerback in this year's market, don't sleep on Taylor, who nearly was dealt to the Bears at the trade deadline before contract talks stalled. He's one of 3 players with 10-plus passes defense in each of the last 4 seasons, along with Woolen and 2024 Defensive Player of the Year Patrick Surtain, with 52 total during that span, which is the 4th most in the NFL. Noting he has the versatility to play outside or in the slot. Now, Taylor's payday is coming, and it could top $17 million per year. And to that, I say, fare thee well, Alontae Taylor. If somebody wants to pay Alontae Taylor over $17 million per year to play boundary corner for them, God bless. Because I have watched Taylor. He is a safety or a nickel. That's what he is. He's not a boundary corner. He's long. I think he's very physical. He can help in the run game, and he can rush the passer. So he can be a box safety at times. It can help you in that respect. And so there is versatility. He has played corner at times out of necessity for the New Orleans Saints, and he most definitely is not that. And when you look at contracts, if you're talking about topping $17 million, when you look at cornerback contracts for 2026 and you start getting north of $17 million, you're in the L'Jarius Sneed, Byron Murphy, Shavarius Ward, Carlton Davis, A.J. Terrell, J.C. Horn. You're in that range. Paulson Adebo a few years ago, I mean, he got broke off by the Giants. $24 million this year is what he's going to make. Like, that's the 5th highest paid in the NFL for 2026. Paulson Adebo is a boundary corner. Alontae Taylor is not. So if that is what the market is going to bear, one thing I know about the Saints organization, this isn't my opinion. The Saints have shown this over the time that Mickey Loomis has been the general manager, and it's a strange contrast to the way they've handled the salary cap for years, because they've been so irresponsible in the way that they've managed the cap that they consistently live in quote-unquote cap hell. But when it comes to paying free agents, in particular their own, they have a number and they don't go over it. It's a strange, committed financial discipline for a franchise that has been the poster child for fiscal irresponsibility in the NFL over the last decade plus. But we've seen it time and again where they've had a number for their guys and they won't budge. Marcus Williams ended up going to the Ravens because the Saints wouldn't go over their number. Same thing I had with Mark Ingram. And the deal that Ravens gave Mark Ingram was like $200K was the difference. That was the number that at the time the Saints' all-time leading rusher left to go to Baltimore over something like $200K. It was a negligible amount. But the Saints have their number. They're not going over it. And they are not going to pay over 17, pushing maybe $20 million a year for Alontae Taylor if that's what the market is going to bear. And speaking of bear, Pelissero referenced the Bears trying to trade for Taylor, and that makes sense because, naturally, Dennis Allen was the DC then head coach who DC drafted Taylor and then had him with him in New Orleans in that defense, and he likes him as a versatile piece, and I do too. I like Alontae Taylor. Like, I would want him on my defense, just not as a boundary corner. As a safety or a nickel, yes, I like that guy that could play box safety and help and be physical against the run and cover the slot. Yeah, I like Taylor in that respect. I do not want Taylor on the boundary trying to man up on Jamar Chase and A.J. Brown and the best receiver, Justin Jefferson and Puka Nacua and the best receivers in the NFL, because he's not that. Someone else wants to pay him like that, Godspeed. And I know that about the Saints. They ain't going to break him off. There's another player on this list from Tom Pelissero that should be of great interest to the New Orleans Saints or to New Orleans Saints fans if you're following this whole free agency. We have talked about several free agent offensive guards and why and how some of them might make sense for New Orleans. And there's a pretty good guard market for the Saints. And I think we all largely agree that is the spot where the Saints need to go spend, right? You've drafted your bookend tackles. You're getting Eric McCoy back healthy this year. Ruiz he's arguably the worst starting guard in the NFL, but he's a starting guard in the NFL. So you need a left guard. And you're typically not going to draft a starter at a guard high in the draft that you can pay and bring in. So we've talked about several of these guys that we've highlighted here. That are free agents, and we'll see what direction that they may go. But one of the guys who we have mentioned, and I mentioned it to you that like when we've talked about guys like Wyatt Teller, for example, or some of the other veterans like David Edwards from Buffalo, who might make a lot of sense for New Orleans. I also highlighted Ed Ingram. And the reason, as we've gone through a lot of the numbers, that I prefer Ingram, it's not the LSU connection. It's the fact that Ed Ingram is a young player who is ascending, coming off the best season of his career. The other guys we've talked about are guys that are at or beyond their age 30 season, and paying them and expecting them to maintain that level, it feels like you might be investing in a player declining. Like maybe Ingram and those players are at the same level of their professional career, but they're going in different directions. Like their paths are crossing as they go in different directions. Ingram ascending and these other guys sort of descending. Well, in this piece from Pelissero, he mentions Ed Ingram. Recent history suggests multiple guards will get monster paydays. And while Zion Johnson has the first-round pedigree, don't overlook a couple of players who have made the most of their second NFL opportunities. They did mention, by the way, Edwards, we just talked about, the Bills, but then he also mentions Ed Ingram. Ingram's second-round pick by the Vikings in 2022 was sent to Houston last March for a sixth-round pick, responded with his best pro campaign, starting 14 games, allowing 4.5 sacks on 502 sacks on 502 pass blocking snaps, and posting a career-high 71.5 PFF grade. Both players are expected to command 8 figures, potentially close to $15 million a year. I can stomach that when you can afford it for Ed Ingram, who's a player right now at 27 years old, when you can sign him to a 3 or 4 year deal that will take him to his age 30 season instead of a guy like Edwards or some of the other, Teller, who we talked about, who are at or beyond 30 already. So the more we talk about Ed, and by the way, also a guy that has been durable and sells a lot of tread on the tires, I like it a lot. The possibility of Ingram maybe landing in New Orleans. But when the legal tampering period begins and then the league year starts, we anticipate one of the first things we're going to see from New Orleans is them agreeing to terms with a free agent guard. The question is, which in this market will it be? May very well be Ed Ingram if they can get him out of Houston. All right, we're right about First South Farm Credit, firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. If you're thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. You can always start at the website at First South Farm Credit, firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. Facebook is also, all their social media is a great resource. They do a great job of highlighting events that they're at, how they service their communities. Great weekend in Gulf Shores this past weekend in Alabama at the Young Farmers Conference. Yes, because at the core of what they do and have done for more than 100 years is help Louisianians buy land for agriculture, but there's so much more than that as well. If you want that recreational property, First South Farm Credit. You want the 100 acres to build your family's dream home? First South Farm Credit can help. Go to firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. You'll see right there the ultimate recreational land buying guide. It's a free resource that if you're thinking of buying land, you'll want to read so you can educate yourself. Again, totally free resource at firstsouthland.com. Thinking of buying land? Your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. Firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. All right, y'all, it is After Further Review. Been a really good show. A shout-out to the head baseball coach of the Ragin Cajuns, Matt Deggs, who was here in hour number 1. We talked to Taylor Calandro. State Representative Dixon McMakin was here last hour talking about the possibility of introducing legislation, which he authored a year ago, that would make NIL earnings tax-exempt, something Mississippi is currently moving through its state legislature, and other states such as Arkansas have already passed. So we had Dixon in studio with us who talked a little bit about that. So you missed anything, AFR On Demand presented by Breck Golf. Book your tee time, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org. Tigers, Cajuns at Teague Moore, 30 minutes from first pitch. Gavin Guidry's going to get the ball for the Tigers on the bump. We'll go through the starting lineup when we return next. It's AFR.
AFR.
If you're thinking of putting in a pool, think no further than Duplessis Builders. Yep, a lot of pool companies. Lots of pool companies. And lots of pool companies have beautiful Instagrams with beautiful show pools. And Duplessis Builders has that as well. There's a key difference from Duplessis Builders and every other pool builder. Duplessis Builders, Derek Duplessis, by trade, is a mechanical engineer. Actually, has minor in aerospace engineering. And he uses his engineering background to build pools. So he does not cut corners. And you may think, well, my pool builder wouldn't cut corners either. Sure. Because the industry standard is a 1-year workmanship warranty. Derek offers a 10-year workmanship warranty because he takes the time to do it right, and he's going to build you a beautiful pool that lasts. DuplessisBuilders.net.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Parrish, we're built for tough players and tough roofs.
Coach is tough on us about preparation, and Parrish brings that same championship mindset.
Do business with someone you know. Parrish Construction and Roofing.
ParrishBuilt.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here. Helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and...
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Starting lineups posted. Tigers, Cajuns. First pitch here about 25 minutes away. By the way, the game tonight, if you're in Baton Rouge and looking for it on radio, it's on 100.7 FM, The Tiger. So Matt McMahon show tonight on Eagle 98.1. So again, affiliates of the LSU Sports Radio Network all over the state. But if you're in Baton Rouge, our sister station, the baseball game will be on 100.7 The Tiger. So starting lineups posted. Gavin Guidry will get the ball for the Tigers, as we mentioned. Like this a lot, and I'm curious to see how much they let him extend. He threw 50 pitches on Friday in a relief role and was outstanding. So there's still a lot of guys that I'm certain they'd like to get work here before they host Sacramento State. But so Gavin Guidry will get the ball, and they'll line it up like this. Curiel's back in the leadoff spot, and he's in center, as you'd imagine. Brown will bat second. He's in right. Tanner Reeves will DH and bat third. I'll come back to that in a second. York's back at first base. I guess the John Pearson first base experiment's over. Fair to say? Maybe. What do you think, Muse? John Pearson?
I think that's fair to say.
Has that gone the way of Jared Jones at third base?
Not Jared. I forgot about Jared Jones at third base.
How did you forget about Jones at third base?
Because it was in a midweek game.
Wait.
And
don't you dare try to suggest.
He had some rather pretty large moments later in the season.
Don't you dare try to suggest, Muse, that midweek games don't matter. Don't you do it. They're coming after you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so York's back at first, and he's batting cleanup. Milam and Aaron Beatty in the 5 and 6 hole, in the bottom third of the order. Dardar's back at second base. Daniel Harden in left, batting eighth. Clearly Jay Johnson, huge AFR fan. And then Caraway will play third and bat ninth. So Curiel, Brown, Reeves, York, Milam, Aaron Beatty, Dardar, Harden, Caraway. That's how they'll line it up tonight. So I love giving the start to Daniel Harden. We've talked about it. And I want to be very clear again. When Chris Stanfield comes back, he is your starting left fielder and batting leadoff. Okay? We can have some discussion if you'd rather see Curiel in the leadoff spot. I don't think that'll be like written in Sharpie every day. Jay likes to fluctuate the lineup, and that's fine if he wants to go lefty-righty matchups, however it could be. I like Curiel in the two-hole because you're going to see more fastballs. You're trying to get him going, put him in the two-hole. We can have that conversation. But when Stanfield's back, he's your left fielder. That's not even a question, okay? I'll reiterate what I've said for 2 weeks now. Tanner Reeves and Braden Simpson are not outfielders. That's an objective truth. They're both infielders. That you're trying to get their bats in the lineup, so you're putting them in the outfield while Stanfield is injured. And I sort of understand that. Jay prioritizes offense. Okay. That's okay. So long as it's not a detriment, the defense isn't a detriment to your team. At times that's been the case, but they're still winning games. What's harder to justify with Reeves is he quite literally has the worst batting average on the team. Not just among the regulars. Like, he's batting .238, which is literally dead last. I don't get it. Jay Johnson has guys that he likes. I don't mean to say he plays favorites like it's a bad thing, but like, look, I mean, we talked about y'all know I talked about it all last year with Josh Pearson. And Pearson was a really good program guy and had a role on the team. Jake Brown is a big leaguer. And you're seeing it now. This is something yelled about all last year. It was nonsensical not having Jake Brown in the lineup every day. I get it. I understand Pearson, and he had some huge moments for this program. Jake Brown's a big leaguer. There's a reason Stephen Milam's in the lineup every day. There's a reason Derek Curiel's in the lineup every day. Jake Brown should have been in the lineup every day. But Jay had a program guy in Pearson who he wanted to reward and give him time at ABs, and Pearson at times had big moments and rewarded that trust. Tanner Reeves hasn't done that. I'd say he won't if given the opportunity, but he's batting .238. Like, if you're looking for a DH, Braden Simpson's hitting .353. Let Braden Simpson DH. I mean, I'd kind of like to see Omar Cerna. He looks like a defensive end. Let Paul Bunyan go into the box a few times and take some cuts. Maybe it's probably a situation where he just wants the left-handed bat in the lineup with Reeves, which is what, I get it. Okay. In any event. That one don't make a lot of sense to me. But I love giving Harden the start. I hope Harden doesn't have an 0-for-4 game with 2 strikeouts, and everyone's like, why you start? It's baseball. It's his first start. It's on the road. Tough environment. I hope he goes out there and plays really well tonight. I think we all want that. Good opportunity there. But mostly what I would love to see from the Tigers tonight is go play a clean game. I mean, Monday was just, and I get it's an outlier, but it was hideous, y'all. I mean, they kicked 4 balls. You had the awful play by Pearson at first where he ranged in front of Dardar and Williams in the second when Williams wasn't covering the bag or got over there late. Brown kicked one in the outfield. You had wild pitches. It was just hideous all the way around. Like, just go play a clean game, and maybe you win, maybe you lose. I don't know what will happen in the result, but I'd love to see Guidry maybe go get you 9 outs if that's what they want from him. Be efficient, get off to a good start, and take some good ABs and see if you can go win a ball game tonight. So, Tigers and Cajuns from the Teague tonight over in Lafayette. And they're getting started here in about 19 minutes from right now. We're brought to you by Relief Windows, reliefwindows.com, windows, door siding. Oh, yeah, they do shutters too. Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. Energy efficient replacement windows, beautiful entry doors, hardy plank, vinyl siding, shutters, and now roll-down shades, roller shades, indoor roller shades as well. Great way to sort of control the lighting in your home or indoor space. You know, if you're trying to sleep and the sun comes up and your room gets really bright, those roller shades are a great way to sort of control that at nighttime as well. Great way for privacy. And you would put them down during the day, keep some of the sun from beating in on the house and affecting maybe your energy bills. I'm telling you, Relief Windows, beautiful options. Check them out, reliefwindows.com, or go see them at their showroom on Airline Highway in Prairieville. If you're going south on Airline, you cross Highway 42 about a quarter mile on the right. You can't miss them. It's Relief Windows. Reliefwindows.com. Windows, door siding. They do shutters too. Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. Okay, y'all, it is After Further Review. Glad to have you hanging out with us here. Muse, you got a thought on the lineup tonight? I know we probably agree on giving Harden a start there. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it was the first time you and I talked about it. It was off air. Was after the Kent State game. It was like, man, if you're gonna have to be without Stanfield for a little bit. I mean, Harden made a lot of noise in the fall and in the preseason, especially. Let's give him a look out there. So I love that. I really like Guidry getting the start, man. I mean, Jay, you look at these last couple of midweek games. That second inning has given them problems, and it started on the mound both times. He's looking to nip that in the bud, I do believe, giving Guidry the start here, and I like that. I mean,
how long do you think he'll go?
I think probably 30 to 40 pitches. Which, I mean, if Guidry's rolling, you could get 3 innings if that's the case. And then, man, I want to see Devin Sheeran in this atmosphere. I want to see those guys get to. This is the closest thing you're going to see to an SEC atmosphere until you get to conference play.
The one thing I'll say, if they do let Guidry go a little, and I don't think he's going to. I don't think they let him extend. But if you like what we saw Friday with Evans Guidry, you let him throw 40, 50 pitches tonight. He ain't throwing Friday.
Right.
So that's the one thing where I go, maybe it's just, hey, just go get the first 3 outs, push off from the dock, and then hand the ball to whoever's next. I mean, unless they want to give Sheeran a shot to close Friday if they have the opportunity against Sacramento State, just flip it. Go Evan Sheeran. It's fun part about this time of year, though. You get to taste, you get to sample, you get to experiment and see how things look. I'll be curious. I really liked Evans Guidry on Friday. And it worked. I like that a lot.
Something tells me that's going to work more often than not. It's a different look, man. It's such a different look between those two guys. So I'm with you. And you're right. It's a fun time of the year, and it's even more fun when you have as many options as they do. Like the depth has been on display from the moment they threw the first pitch.
Jared Jones at third base?
Sure, why not?
No, listen. Will Helmer's at third base?
Yeah, why not? Let's alert the Pittsburgh Pirates that they should try Jared Jones at third base in the minor league season this year. What game was that even? I don't even remember what game that was.
Who cares? If ever there, I don't need to start the whole conversation, but if ever there was evidence that it just doesn't matter.
It's just one of those things you can look back on a year later and laugh about. There you go.
I laughed about it then.
Yeah.
I bet if you go pull clips from whatever game that was, if anyone cares to find it, I bet we were laughing about it the next day. God bless. What did he commit? 3 errors?
I don't know. It was tough.
It was bad.
Big moments later in the year, though.
Ball's going to find you.
Yeah, it will.
It's after further review. All right. Final break. Outer Locks next.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Clegg's Nursery, 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area, Seagan near Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Donmore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Buy local, shop local. Tell them Matt sent you in when you go see our friends at Clegg's Nursery. Y'all, I mean, excuse me. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Spring's here, man. We got azaleas at the front of our neighborhood. Them suckers already blooming. I'm fired up for it. So get by any of the Clegg's Nursery locations. Hopefully that final cold snap, not going to happen this year. We're into March. I'm speaking it into existence. No ice box this year. You've already experienced the coldest game at the box. You like that, Muse? I know. Muse getting half his face sunburned for the rest of the year. That's what it's all about. So just plant something at Clegg's Nursery. Any of the 4 locations, they'll help you with whatever you need. Buy local, shop local. Tell them Matt sent you in to Clegg's Nursery.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
I definitely trust the lake to take care of my body. Being the smallest person on the court, I just have to be in a lot better shape than everyone else, just being quicker and faster. Just having that trust on and off the court is going to help you win a lot more games.
Sometimes you ignore the signs.
even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come. Final segment here on a Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com. All right, one thing left to do, find out what we're betting on tonight. Time for Otter Locks.
Otter Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Well, that's more like it. Otter on a heater last night. 87 bets, and we won all of them. What happened to our music? Where's Otter? Where's our music? There it is. Otter, how are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. So, very good one. We like the card. Now, we gave out 8 yesterday. We've given out 6 tonight.
Okay.
Let's start in the SEC. Only SEC games tonight. Arkansas at home. Well, the splits traditionally have been extreme for Arkansas home and away. They get a great home court advantage. It's not that much different this year for Calipari. They're coming off of that embarrassing loss after ESPN's Game Day in Gainesville. That's not an embarrassment. Take Arkansas minus 6.5 against Texas. Texas comfortably in the tournament now after their win in College Station. They're excited about that. Give us the Hogs minus 6.5 in a bounce-back spot there. In the Big Ten, 2 teams coming off of big wins. Penn State upset Iowa. In Ohio State on Sunday blew out Purdue. So now they go to Happy Valley. We're going to take the Nittany Lions here to stay close again to the Buckeyes. Penn State plus 6.5. Also in the Big Ten, Northwestern catching 11.5 at home. They have quietly won 3 in a row. So give us the Wildcats, the Purple Cats, plus the 11.5 in that one. The ACC, yes, Stanford's in the ACC. They're going to South Bend to take on Notre Dame. Notre Dame won in overtime on Saturday against Willie Wade's NC State Wolfpack. I don't think it's happening tonight. Give us Stanford minus the 1.5. And staying in the ACC, SMU is at home tonight. We're going to take the Ponies minus the 1.5. And then a team that's on the uprise in the Big East. They are 4th place behind Villanova, St. John's, and UConn. That's it. DePaul is ahead of Marquette, Xavier, Butler, Providence, Georgetown, all those teams catching points at home plus 2.5. Take the Blue Demons plus the 2.5.
All right, so adding DePaul and SMU to what was over on the website already. Arizona, Penn State, Northwestern, Stanford. Arizona, Penn State, Northwestern, Stanford, then adding SMU.
No, Arkansas. Arkansas.
What did I say?
Not Arizona.
Oh, sorry, Arkansas. My bad.
Arizona.
So Arkansas, Penn State, Northwestern, Stanford, adding SMU and DePaul. Get it all up there at the website at louisianasports.net. Where are you tomorrow?
We're at Dick's House of Sport in the Mall, Louisiana.
Cool. Awesome spot. Are you on the first floor or the second floor?
We are on the first floor.
You couldn't remember if you got on an elevator or not?
They put us in different spots.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure so people know if they're going to look for you, they'll find you. Okay, they're on the first floor tomorrow. All right.
It's impressive, man.
It's amazing. It's an awesome spot. Yeah.
Yeah. Tons of apparel. You can get all the brands. I mean, just so much stuff, man. It's impressive. Come by and see us.
Get by and see Jimmy and Charlie tomorrow at Dick's House of Sport. Thank you, Otter.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, man. All right, we're brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center. Jimmy's a Williamson Eye Center patient, as am I. Jimmy had the custom lens replacement. I had LASIK, actually not far apart from one another. But the bottom line is it doesn't matter if you're a strapping, handsome young lad like me needing LASIK, tongue firmly planted in cheek. Or if you're an old guy like Otter, blind. and needs a flashlight to see the menu at a dark restaurant, which actually was the case. As he and I were at Bistro Nico years ago in Atlanta at SEC Media Days, and I just laughed at him hilariously. But also just because Jimmy's great. And that was also when he had his ACL surgery, so he was on crutches. And I drove us to Atlanta, he and I. No, that wasn't the Atlanta one. That was when we were in Birmingham. But anyway, he was like dancing to techno music and like hitting his crutch against the roof of the vehicle. It was hilarious. Yeah, love the Otter. Anyway, you know what I love more than the Otter? Being able to see. And Dr. Blake Williamson gave both Jimmy and me that gift. Do the same for you. It's the Williamson Eye Center. 924-2020, 924-2020, 924-2020, or WilliamsonEye.com. All right, y'all, we're just about to get out of here. LSU and ULL in baseball, that's getting cranked up here in about 5 minutes from right now. You can listen to it on the LSU Sports Radio Network in Baton Rouge. It's 100.7 The Tiger. If you're interested in it, you can listen to it there. I think it's streaming. The game's streaming tonight as well, so you can check that out. We're just about to get on down the road, so thanks for hanging out with us here on the show. If you missed anything, AFR On Demand, presented by Breck Golf. So book your tee time at golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org. We'll be back tomorrow. Looking forward to having, we'll recap the baseball game. We'll have Kendall Rogers here as well. Lots of other good stuff. Muse Pauly, thanks. Y'all have an awesome night. Get out of here, watch some baseball, and we'll see you tomorrow at 3 on AFR.
AFR.
Well, Lane Kiffin posted a photo on his Twitter at an LSU baseball game. Well, actually, it wasn't Lane Kiffin. It was some other guy. It was Garland who posted a photo of Lane Kiffin with a Supper Club hat on. And so then I quote tweeted that photo and said, not going to lie, Supper Club hat is fire, and I want one. How can we make this happen? And I tagged Brandon Landry in that. Well, then Lane Kiffin saw my tweet and said, I gotcha, at Matt Moscona, with a tiger emoji and a purple heart emoji. How about that? Lane Kiffin gave me a purple heart emoji. But what I really want, more than Lane Kiffin to tweet me a purple heart emoji, is that Supper Club hat. And what I really want, really want even more than that Supper Club hat, is to go to Supper Club and have the veal parm, a glass of wine, probably some butter cake, and the best night of my life. SupperClubBTR.com.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. Earned both on the court and off. And every step along the way, I trust Our Lady of the Lake to keep me in the game.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for our state's world-class athletes, because it takes a champion to care for champions.
On the court, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
At Parrish, we bring the same commitment to your home that champions bring to the game.
Do business with someone you know.
Parrish Construction and Roofing.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. ParrishBuilt.com.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith,
If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Light Mayor Sean Fagan and Associates.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. No, the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.